Hello everyone. We are live. It should say that we're live right now.
Question mark, question mark.
It should have transitioned. Has it transitioned?
Hello, yes.
It has?
I
It
see
has.
it on YouTube.
Hooray.
Yeah.
Weirdly, the YouTube thing on my screen is the slowest out of everyone. Hello everyone and welcome to Roll to Cast, a stream where we're going to play Fiasco. We're four people who play role-playing games on the podcast Roll to Cast, which was the title screen before. My name's Chris, and I'm joined by, to my left, this way.
That's me. I am Sean. And let's see if I can do this properly. No, there we go. And below me, down there,
Philip.
Hey, Phil.
Hi. I had to check the stream where I was in relation to you. Hi, hello, I'm Phil. This is me.
And
you may have noticed that I recently shaved off the excess hair.
you shaved
got rid of it.
Phil away.
Feeling much better. And next to me, over on...
No.
Side?
Do it with confidence. No.
There we go. Over there.
Yay! Thank you. I will catch that.
Hey, how lovely.
Like the
Can you
zip
tell
zap
me
zop
theatre
game
kid?
this is, and my name is Ellen, and I am very, very happy to be here.
Awesome.
And we're Roll to Cast.
We're Roll to Cast, and we're playing...
We said that already.
Yeah, and we're playing Fiasco. Thank you so much for everyone who's joining us in chat. Thank you everyone who's posting comments. We see a bunch of firsts, a bunch of people chatting away right there. Thank you very much. Keep the comments coming
you all.
through the chat as we do. And we are going to be playing Fiasco. Fiasco, we haven't played as a group before, so this will be a bit slower. If you're a pro Fiasco player, please bear with us. We're learning for a lot of us, and it's one of my favourite games. But Phil, you haven't played it before, and Sean and Ellen, I think
not.
you've played it once before.
We played it
yeah.
as a house because the three of us lived together, and we played together with another housemate, and that's my only experience with Fiasco.
Yeah,
There we are.
I think I've maybe played it like 1.5 times, but like most of those times I've been like, improv is hard, and improv is harder when you're not playing with professionals, and even still it kind of sucks a little bit.
Improv isn't hard. Just
in a
wing
fun
it.
way,
Wing it.
in a fun way, but
Just-
you're also like,
Just improvise,
like
Ellen.
Yeah, just improvise.
yeah,
it.
it just
Yeah.
feels like you're jacking into a electric kind of plug and riding the wave sometimes.
What is a fiasco?
Fiasco is a sort of role-playing game where we create scenes, tell stories collaboratively, and at the end it has a neat resolution. We use a few dice, but instead of the dice determining what happens, they tell us what the end result is. Things end positively or negatively, and it's a game set similar to a Coen Brothers film, which means wacky hijinks, and sometimes the bad guys get away with it. Yeah, it's a fiasco of things happening.
Is there going to be a lot of bluegrass?
It can be. It can be a lot of bluegrass.
Yes.
There's
Could be
I
whatever
mean,
I'm going to pee on my rug.
yeah,
And
someone
with
might pee on your
special
rug.
guest- And with special guest George Clooney.
Yay! He'll give us some of that free tequila that he makes, which apparently is very good tequila.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like legitimately good. Anyway, we're playing in the module called Hollywood Wives, which is a new playset that I haven't played, but I had a quick scroll through, and it seems like a really solid playset. Which means that it contains all of our character relationships, it contains all the needs, locations, and objects for the setting, but it doesn't tell us what we do or what our characters are. So what we do is we're going to create relationships with each other's characters first and foremost. We're going to set the terms of those relationships, and then we'll start have an idea of what our characters are beginning to look like. It's a collaborative character building world where we have autonomy over our own characters, but yeah, we kind of do that at the whims of dice a little bit.
Well, let's Fiasco then.
Yeah, absolutely. So we're going to do this slightly differently than normal Fiasco because we're playing digitally. So I think that's right. Can I have everyone roll 4d6 and record
4d6?
4d6 and record what numbers you get?
Sure can.
Each individual number?
Yes, each individual number, not the sum total, but each individual number.
Thank you. Numbers. What are they? How are they?
What is a number?
I have completed.
got mine laid out in
Teacher,
order
I've
ready
completed
when
the
you call me.
task.
Very good, very good.
Oh.
Okay,
Teacher, I'm the first.
you did it, Phil. So,
You sucker.
we're going to do this in a weird way,
Good.
because I have never used an online system to tell Fiasco. I've only used it in the game. Normally what would happen is we'd pull all of those dice together, look at all the numbers, and then start going around to assign our relationships and how the relationship is fundamental as we get more and more detailed about it. But because we're online, we can't quite do that because we don't have a physical collection of dice, and doing it digitally doesn't work with this system. By the by, I'm using Fiasco tabletop software.net
Ooh.
/setup.
We're relying
not
on
sponsored.
technology.
Not sponsored. Hashtag not sponsored.
Elliot's just asked if I have enough dice to
Ellen,
continue,
could you show
and,
to make sure that we do have enough dice?
and
And how deep does that go?
it's hey, I'm trying to. It's quite
How
heavy
deep do you
actually
want
to
it?
hold.
Okay, what are the dimensions of that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can we
so
see it
hang
side
on.
on?
There are 4, 6, 8, 10 compartments in
All right.
each level, and there are 3 levels.
I really thought you were about to try and count them all individually. Hang on, I got 1, 2.
Hang on,
3.
everyone, bear with me. We will continue
Ellen, I'm pretty
the
sure there-
stream after.
There are dice in there you will never roll.
Yeah.
Phil, I will prove you wrong out of spite.
So, what we're going to do is we're going to start by. I thought it would be nice to start with a weird way of doing it. We're going to set everyone's relationship, and everyone is going to. It'll make sense in a second, but everyone whose opposite will select the category of relationship using one of their dice. So, we'll see how this works. I don't quite know how this is going to work, but it's going to work. So everyone's got their dice that in front of them, the 4 dice.
Yes.
Sure
Yes.
do.
Roll,
So
roll
we're-
and ready.
We're going to open up the relationship between Sean's character and my character. We're just going to go here,
Mm-hmm.
and we can see a whole bunch of stuff. This isn't super clear, but you can see some of it. How
That's
do
alright.
I'll just do. We'll just. If I
Just
do.
roll with it. Just keep going.
Yeah. Okay.
We're
Ellen.
improvising.
Ellen and
Yeah.
Phil. What
Yes.
sort of relationship? And actually, you know what? If I just do this, what sort of relationship should Sean and I have? And if I do this and this,
Do we just pick, or do
this
we use one of
and
our
this.
dice rolls?
So you use.
Yeah.
Oh no, wrong one. If you use
Wrong.
one of your dice rolls to pick friends, family, crime, high society, romance, or work.
Gotcha.
So actually, Phil,
What-
you pick the friends.
Category?
You pick the broad category, and Ellen, you pick the specificity.
So that's
And
a
they-
4 high society, Phil.
I pick high society.
You pick
for
high
two.
society 4. Cool. And
then
Ellen,
one of your dice.
using one of your dice, and once you've used it, it's gone.
Yeah, I put
Right.
it aside.
Cool.
Okay, I am choosing
We're also.
6.
Sorry.
Parent and nanny.
Parent and nanny. Very good.
Right.
I love it.
Look at that. Okay, so Sean and my relationship is parent and nanny, and we are. This is a Hollywood setting, so it's a time of backstabbing. It's a industry and profit has to come first. There are Hollywood stars who must do their method to maintain character. Hijinks will ensure when romances and relationships break apart. When Hollywood power couples fall apart. When parents and nannies backstab one another or
So-
kill
what you're
one
saying
another
is-
or something like that.
So what you're saying
Steal
is
from
that
each other.
we are-
Steal from one
we are
another? Yeah, that's
Fran
right.
Fine.
Sorry?
We're Fran Fine and Mr. Sheffield. is what
It
you're
could
saying.
absolutely be that. It could absolutely be that.
Absolutely. Mr. Sheffield.
So which one's parent, which one's nanny? That's
We'll decide that at the end of all of this.
okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
So
That's what we
now
might-
it's going to be Sean and Phil's relationship. So we're going to go into
Hey.
their relationship. Yes, Sean and Phil's. And we'll just do that, and then we'll hide all our faces.
Hello.
And
Hello,
I will
Sean.
pick Ellen will pick the broad category, and I will pick the specific category. So Ellen, using one of your dice,
Yep.
which one would you like to pick for
Uh,
Phil and Sean's relationship?
I'm gonna go 1, friends.
Friends.
Hello, friend.
And
Yay.
I don't have any 1s, any 3s, or any 6s. So you are going to be using one of my... Using a 5. Our girls are in the same grade at Marlborough School.
Great.
There
Okay,
we are.
Cool.
So that's your
Fantastic.
friendship relationship.
Our
that's
girls
good.
are in the same
Our
year.
girls
Mom.
go to same school.
Yeah.
So already, by virtue of a parent and a nanny relationship that Sean and I have, and now a friends relationship that our girls are in the same grade at the school that Sean and Phil have, we already have a dimension that, like, we start to see the dimensions of the relationships that
we're
having.
likely to be the parents, and you're likely to be the nanny.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, or is it the other way around? Is it a nanny that also has a kid that goes
Kid at school.
to...
at
Could
Marlborough
be.
School.
I could be
Yeah,
the
yeah, could be.
hoity-toity rich one that doesn't really need to care for their children. So who knows? So the next one is going to be Phil and Ellen's relationship. We're going to jump into that and hide all our faces.
Boop, 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 boop.
If I was good at streaming, I would have anticipated this. So I'm going to pick the broad category,
All right, great.
and then Sean, you're picking the specificity.
Good.
So I have a lot of 2s, so I am going to say that, but I actually really want to use one of my 4, so I'm going to make it a high society.
Okay.
Otherwise-
This is
do-
Ellen and I.
Ellen and you. And Sean's
Alright.
being specific with it.
Yep. So I do have some 6s, but I don't want to have a story of 2
Parents and nannies? No, for sure.
Complicated.
So you know
The
what?
nannies unite.
You are going to be. I'm going to take out my 2, which is members of the same country club.
Oh, very
Oh,
good, very good. Very,
Fantastic.
very fancy.
Although they'll
Yeah.
let anyone in these days.
Well,
That's
maybe.
what I said when you joined.
That's right. And then Ellen and I, our relationship. Let's have a look. And I believe, Sean, you're picking the broad category, which, as you
Yep.
said, you only have like one type
Well,
left.
No, that's
No.
not true.
Oh, sorry.
No, but I am going to use one of my 6s
Mm-hmm.
and go. This is a work-related category.
Very good. And then
Okay.
Phil, you're
blurry
being...
on my screen.
Oh, sorry. Do you want me to read them out?
No, that's okay. On the stream, I can read it.
Oh, very good. That makes me feel a lot better.
Pair of what grade IMDb? No, I'm gonna go with. So this is. Who's this? This is Ellen and.
Myself.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Okay. You are. I'm gonna go with that. I can use my 1. You are a pair of 1 credit IMDb pages.
Ah.
So
Okay.
you've both been in one thing each.
We've
Yeah.
both had walk-on roles.
That we've
Yeah.
been credited in.
Yes,
Yes.
that's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Maybe we've had some other stuff. Okay, cool. So what we need is 2 needs, 1 location, and 1 object. And so the object will become something...
Apologies.
Sorry?
Don't we need to do the relationship between Ellen and Sean?
The relationship... No. So Ellen and Sean don't have a relationship except via me and Phil. And the relationship... And Phil and I don't have a relationship except via Ellen and yourself. So eventually our characters will come into contact with each other, but we might be real enemies, we might have different perspectives and that sort of stuff.
Cool.
You are the nanny of my.
Well, we haven't solidified that.
Kid.
We haven't solidified.
And you
it.
also have also been on. Okay.
Yeah, so it's a twisted world. We'll lock down what our characters are and the relationships are. But
Right.
for now, we're going to lock down some needs because that might avail us some more. Now, even though on the screen it has them under the characters, those aren't relative to each. So the needs anyone can use, the locations anyone can use, and the objects anyone can use. They're just there for the layout of the website. They're not there for any other reason. So we're just going to go one by one. I'll go last, which means that Sean, you're going to pick the broad category of this need using the remaining dice that you have.
Is this a need for myself?
No,
or
this is a need for anyone. These are
Anyone.
any needs,
Alright, and
any
that's
locations,
true.
any objects that come out are available for anyone during play. They're
Right,
just there to be options. So, Sean,
Well,
your
let's
need.
go-
Oh,
let's-
nope.
let's-
Can you let me be? There we are.
great.
Let's get rid of these.
So this is. So we're doing a need.
We're doing a need. What dice do you have left?
I have 2. Let's see. Ooh, let's go with the spicy one. Let's go number 6. You to escape is a need.
To escape. And Phil, what would you like to make that? How would you like to make that specific?
Well, I don't have a lot of choice. I've only got 3s. So 3.
So 3.
Federal indictment.
So there is a need to escape federal indictment. I'm not going to bring back our cameras yet because we just got to get more needs done. We have another need here. So that is going to be moving around. Phil, you get to pick the broad category.
It's a 3 again.
To get rich. And Ellen, you get
Yeah.
to be specific.
Oh, to get. Oh.
What 2 options do you have?
Oh my god, both of them are very good. I've got a 1 and a 2.
Okay, so either collect a hefty life insurance policy or by kidnapping someone or something. Very cool. You're going to say 2?
Say 2.
Very
Yeah.
good. A great need. We're going to go
Very Coen Brothers.
location. So Phil, you did this. You're out of dice now.
Yes.
Ellen, you get to pick the broad. Oh no, come on. You get to pick the broad category.
Yeah, I only have a 1, so it's shopping.
Shopping. I think I've done this right. Sean, you have 1 dice left, don't you?
I have 1 dice left.
Very good. Okay, so shopping, Ellen.
Yeah.
And I only have 2s left. So shopping for jewelry at Neil Lane is what I'm picking. Is a location.
All right.
So that's one of our locations, and then the object. I'm going to pick that as well, which is a 2. It's transportation. And Sean, what's your last dice?
Sorry, I'm just writing something down.
No worries.
Shopping for jewelry at Neil Lane. So
They are on the screen.
What have you picked? Sorry,
I've picked
Chris?
transportation.
Transportation. The transportation we have today is a black town car with bulletproof windows.
Hot damn.
Jesus.
All right.
Oh my god.
So this is everything that we have. These are our relationships, our needs, our location, and our object. It's transportation. Now, any of these things can be used by anyone, but once they're grabbed, they're off the table. They become yours. You can just. It's not like stockpiling them, but you take them on. I'll explain a little bit how the game is played. In Fiasco, you create scenes between characters that are played amongst us. So, for instance, if I would have my character speak to Sean's character, I'd create a scene. In the scenes are a want, a character desire, a goal. And when we set that, you either succeed in that goal or you fail. There's 2 ways that scenes can be made. You can be the person who sets them up. So I could say, I'm going to have a scene with Sean, and my scene, I really want to raise. I'm the nanny to his son or daughter, and I'm here to convince him to get a raise. Because if I don't, my family will start to go hungry. Rent prices are going through the roof, and I need to get a raise to support my family. I've set the scene, which means that every other player, Sean included, determines whether I succeed or fail.
And how do we determine that?
So
Just,
at
I
any
guess,
point,
kind of process,
at any
isn't it?
point, you just will. Usually, you would give me a dice. In the real world. In this version, I reckon.
Thumbs down.
Yeah, I think a thumbs up or a thumbs down.
It's very glad
It's yeah. I like the thumbs up or thumbs down. Okay, and then the players are to incorporate that into their role playing. So it's important that there's a clear goal in the scene so that people know how the scene is supposed to go, positively or negatively. The other way you can make a scene is if you're stuck, maybe you don't know what to do, the other players pitch the scene to you. They say, this is the scene that we want to have happen, and this is your goal. If that happens, and you can just do that, you can just be like, I want you guys to make the scene. If that happens, then you pick whether you succeed or fail.
Okay.
So
they've come up with it. Yeah.
they've come up with a scenario, and they go, instead of it's you're going to intimidate your. It's me and Sean again, and you, Chris. You're the nanny, but you're going to intimidate the parent because they keep going away from the house, and it's a bad relationship for their kid, and you're actually the one who's looking after the interests of the child more than the parent is. So you're going to intimidate them and try and keep them at home, and that succeeds.
You
or
shame
fails.
them.
Yeah, shame them, and I decide whether that succeeds or fails as we go through the roleplay. In the first round, we go around twice, so each player has 2 shots at creating at their scene. Either determining for themselves or having other player determine. There are only 4 successes and 4 failures in the game in this first round. And so in the first couple, it won't matter, but if, say, the first 4 scenes succeed, the next 4 scenes are always going to fail.
Must fail, yeah.
Must fail, yeah. Except for the last one, which is wild. But I'll explain that as we go.
All the scenes are going to be wild, guys.
Yeah, they'll be pretty full on. Last thing to remember is that usually we'd play this with dice, which means that I would give you a dice if you succeeded or failed, determining what sort of dice. In the first instance, when you get a dice, when you succeed or fail, you then give it away. You give it to another player. So we'll just I'll talk everyone through it. It's a little complicated in this first round, but once you get it, you'll get it. And it's really about telling the story, not so much about the rules. So don't stress too much about them. Yeah, I'll guide you through it. Let's get into this story. Let's start by figuring out what our characters are.
Okay.
So does anyone have any inklings of how they feel? What sort of characters they're at the moment?
Yeah, I feel like I'm a failed actress.
Okay.
Oh, do you mean in the game?
Sure, yeah. Also in the game, Ellen. So have you been like, is this your method acting?
Method acting, yeah.
Yeah. No, I just think
you can't take that because we all have that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I think yeah, she's maybe like tried to hack it in Hollywood and like maybe married into some wealth and is trying to like show that she's not just a trophy wife, she's a serious actor. But has not really landed anything except for a walk-on role in some soap opera that is like then got dubbed over or something.
So Ellen, you're playing a failed actress who but is a member of high society, is a member of a country club. So what's their sort of backstory?
I think she's a trophy wife.
Trophy wife. Cool.
Yeah, married a much older gentleman who liked having a pretty young thing on his arm. And it was cute, you know, that she did her little acting classes. It's a nice little hobby for her.
Yeah, of course. Let her keep busy.
Yeah. Oh, and of course, honey. Of course, yeah. Bring down the house. So she's just looking for a way to break into the good stuff.
Mm-hmm. So she's looking for a big break.
Yeah.
Cool. Phil, do you have an idea of who you're playing with that in mind? Oh, sorry, Ellen. Just before, how old do you think this character is? And do you have a name for her?
I was thinking Lulu.
Lulu. Cool.
Lulu L'Orange.
L'Orange.
Do we have an idea of when this is set? Is this 90s? Is
we
it
can
present
set
day?
this in current day if you'd like, or we can set this wherever we'd like, because this one doesn't have a time specific.
I'm a movie producer. Yeah, so I'm on the board at the country club. I got lots of money. I can make or break you. I can give you a big break. You know, I can do that. You know, I'm a very kind of by the numbers. We make the movies that get audiences. You know, we're gonna have another superhero franchise. We're gonna remake RoboCop again.
Woo!
For the third time.
I am responsible for all of the sequels and reboots in Hollywood. Not all of them, but like I'm part of that problem.
The ones that make money.
Yeah.
Yes,
Not the good ones,
Yeah.
the ones that make money.
You're getting Jaws 6 ready to go.
Yeah.
that's right. That's right.
Yeah.
I'm the kind of producer that has like the. Also, I have a pet thing I want to get into a movie. It's not a giant robot spider.
But it might
it's
as
a
well
giant
be.
squid.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I want a movie about a giant squid. It's always been my dream to produce one. Yeah. So, and I'm Reggie.
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 And Ellen, how old was your character? Jumping back just a second.
So she's like 35.
35. And Phil, how old do you reckon your character? How old is Reggie?
51.
51. Cool. So we got Lulu Larange, 35, failed actress, trophy wife, member of high society, but basically like appreciated by everyone. Is like, oh yeah, she's fun, I guess. And we have Reggie, last name?
Dixon.
Maxwell.
Marland.
Reggie Maxwell. Sure. Go with that.
I thought you were gonna say Meanswell.
Means
Right
well.
way, the wrong way, or the Max Power way.
That's right. So Reggie Maxwell, movie producer, 51, a man with his eyes on money.
Mm-hmm.
And we have Sean.
Yeah. So I imagine I am a gentleman of over 50 years of age.
Mm-hmm.
He's got quite the receding hairline. I'm not taking that from inspiration whatsoever. He's a man of 3 failed marriages.
Okay.
He's never been quite lucky in life. I believe he has a child from his second marriage.
Mm-hmm.
You believe?
I believe.
don't know.
I hope so.
We don't know for sure.
From his second marriage, he is a banker who has dreams and aspirations of being a big famous movie star, but it's never gone past. It's never gone past those banking doors. He daydreams all day about being that next big star from Jaws 6 or from the next big action movie. But nah, never quite got there. He failed at love. He's failed at life. He's just trying not to fail his child.
So he's in his mid-50s.
Yeah.
And what's his name?
His name is Carl.
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 Carl Warrington.
Warrington.
Excellent.
And
Warrington.
Carl Warrington. And Carl, a banker.
I can't hear the name Carl without Walking Dead.
Yeah.
Carl.
Coral.
And so Carl is a rich man, but he feels like emotionally stunted. He's or unfulfilled, perhaps, as
He's-
creatively.
He is a rich man, but he is running low on funds. He did lose a lot of money in the divorce, more than half his
Okay,
assets.
yeah.
So he likes to give off the air that he has more than he currently does.
Okay.
Don't we all?
So maybe he's looking to invest in a new film. Maybe he's looking to try and get
Maybe.
rich quick.
Maybe he's looking to get rich.
Yeah.
I feel like he's trying to take that second chance at life. He's like, I'm gonna live.
Yeah.
At
What
this
kind
point,
of?
I'm dead.
What do you mean midlife crisis?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, that's right.
He was always meant for something bigger, and it doesn't matter that that thing is going to happen in his 50s. It's going to happen, damn it.
I have this urge to buy a motorbike.
He already
Yeah.
has 3.
No, he did. He crashed
He
2
bought
of
the
them.
motorbike.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And his wife took the third one.
I was going to say his wife took the other one.
Do you have a name for your... Oh, we can get into it in the roleplay. That's fine. And I was going to think of a name for your son. Do you have a name for your son?
Number one, I'm actually going to change my name from Carl because I just with the Australian accent, Carl is becoming increasingly harder for me.
Mm-hmm.
Boris is his name.
Boris.
Boris Warrington, and he has a daughter.
Daughter.
A daughter called Persephone.
Persephone.
Yes.
Nice.
And she spends 6 months
LA
with you and
name.
6 months with the
With
Very
Satan.
Mrs.
Very much named by his wife. He wanted to call her
Daisy.
Jane.
Farina.
Farina.
Okay, and I am going to play a nanny. I reckon.
Yep.
I am going to play 22-year-old Adam Warson. No, I'm going to go with Adam. Adam.
Mantium.
Damn it! You took my joke.
Adam. Chat. Give me a suggestion. I'm thinking of a dumb himbo name. For an Adam something.
Chatwell.
Sorry, Adam.
Because you said chat, the first thing that came into my head was Adam Chatwell.
Adam Chatwell. I'll go with Adam.
He sure does.
If chat doesn't give me something inspiring, I'll use Chatwell. Adam is a 22-year-old. He's just moved from one of the in North Carolina.
Wodusky.
Wodusky. Yeah.
Wodusky?
Wodusky.
Nice Eastern European name.
Wodusky.
No one knows how to say it. You're always correcting people.
Dostoevsky.
Adam W. He is a 22-year-old nanny who has dreams of becoming an actor. He's eagle-eyed and innocent. He's got on one film, and he even has an IMDb credit to it, which he shares with the lovely Lula Larange, who he admires and respects greatly. He has seen the outside of her house, and it's clear that she works very hard to make that lifestyle work. He's an innocent and naive character. He is a young 22-year-old young man of hoping to become an actor, but right now he is struggling to pay rent. Those LA prices are just insane, and so right now he needs a bit of money.
So can I ask, are you also working on a screenplay?
Oh yeah. It's about a small town kid from North Carolina whose name is Amos.
Let me guess. Yeah. Let me guess. You're struggling with the third act.
Yeah, always.
And can I also suggest that the female characters very underwritten?
But they help him. They help resolve so much of his inner angst and turmoil.
How bold of you to assume there's a female character in this script?
Well, there's gonna be one, right?
Yeah. And they introduce him to indie music and
dancing in the rain.
In this, maybe she's based off of Lula. Anyway. Ooh. One of the important things about this game is that we only have 16 scenes in total to tell this story, and those scenes go by very quickly. Right. We only have 8 in the first round, and then the middle of the film, if you'd like, happens. So that kind of tells you about how things have to progress. The goals in each scene do need to kind of whip along pretty quickly, and they need to be kind of bold. And let that be a
reminder.
A reminder, yeah, but also let that be embolden characters to be like, I'm going to get your stuff. Okay, I'm going to do this. I get a gun, right? Like that sort of stuff. The stakes getting progressively higher.
Around.
Yeah, don't make boring scenes. The girl totally has dyed hair. Yes, she does. And if it's based off of Lula, it's peroxide.
You betcha.
I'm subverting.
This is natural.
Adam is subverting the genre by making it an older woman.
Oh, what a pioneer!
Yeah, right.
The Graduate.
Yeah. Hey, Reggie, let's remake The Graduate. The Graduate 2.
Is Richard Gere available?
Yeah.
I love it.
Perfect. Okay. Yeah, and mismatched socks. I just saw that, Ellen. That's great. Okay, so all we need to remember about this game is that you run out of successes and failures, and I'll keep track of them in my handy-dandy notebook here. Or, if you'd like, all of us can, independent of each other, you can write 4 black dice and 4 white dice, and just keep track of the ones that you're given. And I'll remind us at the end of every scene how that works. So it's probably best if we just have 4 black and just 4 white, and just keep track of how many are going where.
And
Gonna
how do we
run
use
with
the
it.
locations, objects, and needs?
You can use them at the beginning of a scene or even in the middle of a
just-
scene. You just say,
just
You're
grab-
just like,
yep, you
I'm,
just,
I'm going to do a scene and I'm going to take this thing because
Okay.
X, Y, Z.
yeah.
Yeah, and
Um,
they get used up when you do that.
They go to you.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So you can bring them back if you'd like, but that it becomes your job to kind of make sure they're used. So
It's your
say
need or your...
exactly. So say for instance, Phil takes the transportation scene. He's like a transportation object. So because it's an object, it needs to have an impact. It isn't just another location. So like someone gets hit by a black town car with bulletproof windows, or a black town car with bulletproof windows moves
I'm
along.
looking for one for my next film.
Yeah, exactly. Yes, you need that object, or it's whereas location, say Sean takes a scene into the jewelry on Neil Lane. No one else can kind of go to Neil Lane unless he's bringing it in, or if someone sets a scene, he's like, okay, and we're going to go here. It's not like a trump thing; it's just a communication thing, and it
We have
means
to use them all by the end.
yes, try and squeeze them in. Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
Everything is in service of the story, but try and use them to help bolster it along.
Cool.
Cool. Cool. And with that, we're pretty much ready to go. If
Great.
everyone's cool and happy and feeling pretty good,
Yeah.
I'm happy.
I
I don't know
mean-
about
Beautiful.
cool.
Let's make each
I'm,
other start.
I'm quite
I'm-
hot as well,
I'm
but in my
here.
house. But here we go. I'm gonna kick us off. First scene is probably the hardest, and because I already have an existing relationship,
Thanks, mate.
we're going to go with Sean and my character, and after my scene, we'll go to Sean's scene next. Okay?
Got it.
So you'll
Yeah.
be the one setting the scene or asking us to set the scene. I'm going to set the scene. I'm going to do exactly what we talked about in the prelude, where I said that Adam is going to speak to Boris in the home of Boris. Talking about Persephone. He's looking after Persephone. Persephone's maybe 15 years old.
Yeah, I imagine she's like that, like 14.
Who
15.
hires a 22-year-old guy to look up the 15?
Boris doesn't know what he's doing. He's doing his best.
Yeah, man, it's an awful it's a dirty city, man. It's a
I
bad
mean-
place.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, we
yeah.
used to get like 15 or 13-year-olds to look after kids, so
Yeah.
you know, just saying.
And Adam's great.
Okay.
He's young. He's a
So
cool
you're
kid.
asking for a raise? Is that
Adam is going to go into the scene asking for a raise. He hopes to convince Boris that Persephone is being well looked after and that he's deserving of a raise. And he needs an extra 300. So don't just kick it off just straight away. Let it happen in the scene. So you can
Okay, right.
right. So during the scene, you can go thumbs up or thumbs down.
Now,
Yes.
what happens if, because there is only two of them there, what happens if one does thumbs up and one does thumbs down?
So you're included in this conversation, Sean, because you're another
Oh.
member of the team. It's just me,
Ah.
Because
right?
you didn't choose the scene itself, you get to
Yeah,
choose,
great.
the,
So I
choose the
can,
outcome.
Good,
Yep.
good,
Yeah.
great, great.
Oh,
So
that's so
because
dangerous.
there's three people who are outside the scene, we'll put it to a vote. So silent vote, thumbs up. If two people thumbs up, then it's a pass. If it's
Okay.
and you can just hold off and just wait until you feel it's an appropriate moment in the story in the scene.
Okay.
Awesome.
And we'll start when we're ready. Ready to go?
Ready
Let's
as I'll ever be.
let's do this thing. Okay. The scene begins in Boris Warrington's home. It's a beautiful, like, 2-story Hollywood mansion, but if you look closely beneath the veil of this, these beautiful, like, white pillared Hollywood-style architecture, you'll notice flecks of paint are coming off the wall. The pool is slightly dirty, which shouldn't be the case for a Hollywood-type banker, and the car might just have a little bit of rust under one of the arches. The house is still beautiful. The car is still expensive. The property is still worth millions. But underneath the veneer, as the camera pans in, as it moves in closer and closer to an interior shot of this beautiful, like opening area, a waiting area where a double staircase leads up, and a big circle like imprint is on the floor, maybe of the house, like a banker's like stamp or something that is supposed to impress guests. Adam sees Boris walking down the stairs. Boris is Sean trying to. Is he on a holiday or is he a busy man? What's he doing?
This is Boris's. You know what? Boris is actually a little bit late for work this morning. He slept through his alarm, which isn't usually the case. He's quite a jumpy, antsy man. So he's kind of half dressed at this point. He'll be coming down the stairs, shirt on, trying to get himself ready, trying to just quickly get that smash down that cup of filtered coffee before he has to whisk himself away to start the day of Boris the banker.
Cool. Adam sees him and calls out to try and get his attention. Miss Boris, Mr. Worthington. I know you said to call you Boris. Mr. Worthington. Sorry to interrupt. I know. I just hoped to speak to you just for a moment, if that's all right.
Yes. Adam, what is it I can do for you?
I know this is a very. I wanted to talk to you about the potential of me doing such a great job with Persephone that maybe I could maybe I could get a raise. She's away at
Calm down, Adam. Is this a conversation that can wait potentially until the end of the day? I'm quite busy at the moment, and surely this is something that can be put on the shelf until such time that I'm not ready for work.
I was hoping that maybe I could I presume Adam. So Adam freezes up.
He's clicking in your face,
and
reset you.
Sir, don't worry about it, sir. Don't. It's okay.
Thank goodness. For a moment there, I thought it was something serious. It was not that serious. Look. Here's what I need you to do. If you could just make sure that Persephone makes her way to school today, and then just pick up my dry cleaning as well. And yes, I almost forgot. I don't know if you've seen the latest on the tea box over there, the Stepford Wives. I needed to record the latest episode because I'd like to watch that at the end of the day. It'd be really quite lovely. It's a frolicking episode, and because you're not doing anything else tonight, are you? Of course not. Yes, good. Okay, so look, I will be heading off, and good chat. It's always good to see you in the morning, Adam. Good job. You're doing a very good job. I knew I hired you for a reason. Slaps you on the shoulder.
He takes the full blow of it, and like his glasses go askew a bit.
Adam, you're hilarious. Bye!
I was hoping to see my girlfriend. The scene ends. So, end scene. Camera follows Boris as he opens the door, slams it shut, gets in his car, and disappears as Adam stands there in the foyer, dumbstruck and sad.
Right. We got one failure.
So we got one failure. So what happens there? That's our opening scene for our film.
Yep.
What happens is I would receive a black dice, or I do receive a black dice. So the total number of black dice in the center goes down to 3.
Yep.
I then give it to someone else. So I'm going to give it to Ellen. So Ellen, just take a note that you have 1 black dice, and I'm just going to keep track here as well.
Yeah. So I can give a failure?
No, that's yours to hold on to now.
I keep it.
You keep it. You keep it in perpetuity, forever and ever.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. I will be expecting 1 real dice, though, in the mail.
Okay. I'll keep that in mind.
I'll chuck it upstairs.
Yeah.
so hard that it goes through the ceiling.
I've also learnt very quickly something I didn't know about Boris, which he has insanely high blood pressure.
I love it.
It's become abundantly clear.
How did you learn that, Sean? Did you have a band on while you're doing that scene?
Just the feeling.
So, so that scene has happened. There are 7 dice in the imagined center, 3 black dice and 4 white dice left. And Ellen has 1 black dice. Sean, it's your turn. Would you like to set your scene, or would you like other people to set it for you? And I would recommend that you have a scene. This is just, please feel free to disregard if you have a different plan. But I'd recommend that you set it with Phil. You set it yourself, and then you set it with Phil. It's good to sometimes just go through and have a scene for everyone's character relationships to flesh them out.
Yeah. So, Phil, I like the idea of finding a reason that your character would come into the bank and meet my character for the very first time. And I'm wondering what you feel might be a reason.
Well, we already have a friend relationship, right? So our kids already go to the same school, and we know each other that way. So I don't think we can kind of have us meeting.
Not a first time meeting, but you could come into the bank. Maybe
I could definitely come into the bank, yeah.
Or maybe on his lunch break, we've decided to catch up. But I like the idea of following on through the story. He was obviously coming to work, so
Well, what do you want from me?
Ooh, I think that he would want potentially to be. He wants a part in your next film.
Okay, so you've come to beg for a part. So you've tried to get a meeting with me, right? So I'm like, yeah, let's have lunch. That's great. Oh yeah, your kid goes to the same school as me. Come have lunch. That's great. Yeah. Whatever you want to talk about, that's great.
Yeah.
You come have lunch.
I think he puts it off as just like a friend meeting, like a
casual
lunch. Let's just have lunch. But he has the intention of getting in on your next film.
Right, sure. So I've invited you to like the place where I have my I have lunches at like a fancy lunch spot. It's very pricey, and because I'm a producer, I can be away from the studio as long as I like, and I have these long liquid lunches.
Lovely.
And you can only like dash in from the bank, and I'm there like kind of third whiskey sour in over my fancy lunch.
Yeah. So I think if we were to set this scene, he only has an hour break. Boris has an hour break, and it takes him half an hour to get to the set of what was your character's name again?
I'm Reggie.
Reggie. To get to Reggie's set. So
you come to Marcel's and have lunch.
Yeah. So I imagine that Reggie is already, as you said, you've sat down. You're calm. You're cool. You're collected. You're enjoying your company. And then, like a fucking whirlwind, disheveled, his shirt untucked. He'll come in, and this will be Boris kind of barging in, completely flustered.
Sean, just before we start, can I ask what your goal is to get a movie part?
Yeah, as I said, to get a part in his next film.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. So yeah, and I think the camera will kind of like cut. So we see Adam saying, oh, I wish, I just wanted to see my girlfriend. And there's almost a smash cut into a busy area, and we see Reggie enjoying his liquid lunch, and almost like bursting past people, flustered, breathing. Oh, Reggie, sorry.
Boris, come on, come in. Can I get you a drink? Come and sit down.
I'm so sorry I'm late. It's not like me, I'm
oh,
never
don't worry. That's fine. Sit down, have a drink. It's okay. How's little pomegranate?
What? No, Persephone.
Oh, yeah, like I said, little potato, how's she doing at school?
I'm sorry, I'm very, a bit dizzy.
Okay.
Sorry, what did you
Okay,
ask
sit
again?
down. How's
Okay.
your daughter? Yeah, the little
Oh,
one at school. You know, they go to the same school. Are you okay?
oh yeah,
You okay, Boris?
she's fine. She's fine. She's fine. How's the movie going? How's it coming along? Good.
You know, we're on to our third director. I think this one can be cowed. You know, so uh,
Oh, have
I'll
you
working on breaking his spirit, but we'll get there. We'll get there. You
and
know.
have you started production?
Well,
Is
you
it
know,
all?
we're in rewrites again. You
Oh,
know, with the team of 5 writers. You know, they've got some conflicting ideas. So you know, it's coming along. It's coming along.
did you happen to did you get my email with the the notes
Look, you
that I
know,
sent you?
I don't read my own emails. They're screened for me. So no, no, I didn't. Sorry,
Oh,
sorry,
I'll
Boris. Is
send it.
this
I'll send
about
it again.
school? Is about a PDA thing,
Oh,
or
well,
your application to the country club? Is it one of
uh,
those?
no. I had some. You were talking about ideas, and
Yeah,
I had
yeah, I'm an
this
ideas guy.
fantastic idea. You know, it's probably better that you didn't get the email. It's probably better that I tell you in
Right?
person.
Yeah.
Yes, look, I know you were having some trouble casting, you know, the plucky sidekick with all the comes in, you know, with the little quips and the little jabs
Well,
and
yeah, you know, I kind of wrote that. We might be ditching that character now, so
Oh
you know,
well, look. Well, I was thinking that perhaps what would happen instead of
it's your
ditching the
scene. You don't get to
character.
choose. You don't get to choose. I
Yeah,
get to
it's
choose.
Phil who gets to
Oh, of
pick.
course, that's
Yeah,
right.
I
because
have
Oh,
the
you set the
deciding
scene.
vote.
No, no,
Look, I'm the
Ellen and
main
I do.
character here.
Ellen and I do. Phil, you're going to tie break on this. Sorry to
Look,
interrupt.
look, so
Exactly.
what I was thinking is that instead of you ditching the character, so just stick with me for a second. Instead of ditching the character, take that character, drop it.
Mm,
Drop it in the center, beef up
mm,
the role a bit, you know, make it like I know it's funny
mm.
before, make it extra funny, and then cast an cast a bit of an unknown. You know, do the unknown quantity. See, I'm thinking,
Yeah,
cast
there's this kid actually. Yeah, yeah, he's 22, new in town. I was thinking about casting him actually. That's a good suggestion. An unknown, someone I
cast
can
me.
manipulate.
I'm sorry.
Okay, Boris. Okay, okay.
I
I
just
see. I see.
I'm sorry.
Let me, Boris. Hang on. I'm gonna stop you right there. Okay. You work in a bank, right?
At the moment,
Yeah, yeah. Have I ever come into your place of work and told you how you should do banking?
I'd be absolutely fine if you did that. Would you like to?
Yeah, but
I could.
I haven't done that. I'm not going to. So
You're
I don't
welcome
like
to.
you coming in here, tell me how to do my job. So that's gonna be like a hard no. Okay, Boris. I don't wanna lead you on or anything. You're a good guy. You're a guy. So just you keep sending those emails to my casting director, and if you've got something good, you know, maybe we'll have an audition. But you know, you can't just come in here and demand a part. I'm sorry, Boris. It's just how it works. You know, you understand?
Reggie,
You understand?
our
Do
girls,
you
they go to
understand?
the same
Do you
grade.
understand? Do you
Our girls go
understand
to
what
the
I'm saying?
same grade at the Marlborough School, though. We have history. You
Yeah,
know I'm worth it. You know I'm good
yeah.
for this.
And little Poppy is a good girl, and maybe you know, maybe I'll have a part for her. How does that sound? Okay.
I think my
Okay.
lunch break is over.
Yeah, I think so. Okay, also good chat. Good chat. See you, buddy.
Oh
And,
my god.
And
Bye.
Mr. whatever the hell my
Maxwell.
character's name is.
Oh, you're Warrington.
Um,
Right?
Boris Warrington.
Boris dejectedly, with like a far off look in his eye, kind of like looking past Reggie, almost, just kind of like puts both hands on the table, stands up, almost as if he's not quite aware of where he is, and he just starts walking away, muttering to himself that our girls go to the same school. Our girls go to the same school. And
Dude.
he bumps into someone on his way as he slowly trots out.
Beautiful.
Oh my god.
Okay, so Sean, just for future, Phil, give us the thumbs down next time. Not just
Yeah.
tell it in
Okay,
scene,
yeah.
so that the person leading the scene knows.
That's very clear.
Yeah, knows. Yeah.
And so, Sean, you get a black die. Who would you like to give it to?
Let's give that black die to Phil.
To Phil. Phil, you have a black die.
I don't mind black die column that I've got here.
We've also, by the way, just got in chat a idea of calling it Hollywood Hopes.
Hopes. Yeah, I saw that. I love it.
Ooh. Very nice.
So it's my turn.
That is your turn. So it's your turn to pick where we go and who you have a scene with.
So I'll have a scene, as per your suggestion, I'll have a scene with Ellen's character, Lula or Lulu?
It's Lulu.
Lulu, okay, Lulu.
Lulu, whatever.
And we happen to be at the mall. I'm shopping for something for my wife. Shopping for jewelry. And maybe you've got the husband's credit card and you're also shopping for jewelry at Neil Lane.
Maybe. He never got it back.
Yes.
I got the special one where it's like you can customize the print and it's just my face on the card. On the MasterCard.
So, Phil, you're setting the scene. What's the need?
Yeah.
Or what's the goal here?
It's my goal. So I need something from Lula, right?
Or, yeah, either from her or to convince her to do something.
Okay, so we both go to the same country club, right?
Mm-hmm.
I need you to help block Boris's application.
Right. To get in.
Because he's been bothering me a lot. He thinks just because our daughters know each other that he can leverage that into something, and I don't want to see more of him. And he's applied to join the country club, and I need you to start a rumor about him, right?
Huh.
That he's and spread it, that he's some sort of sexual deviant.
Our girls are in the same grade, Phil.
It's Hollywood, man. Get over it.
Okay, so the scene, just to be clear, is you've picked shopping for jewelry at Neil Lane, and you've created a scene where you, as Reggie, are hoping to convince Lula to spread a rumor about a person she may or may not know, Boris Worthington, that he is a sexual deviant. Maybe even, who knows? That might spread like wildfire if it gets through, or it might not happen. Yeah, something scandalous. And because you've said it, Ellen, myself, and Sean will be the ones who tell whether it succeeds or fails.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and we can make that decision during the scene.
Yeah.
So it's an afternoon at the shopping center, the high-end shopping center in the fancy part of Hollywood. Someone who knows more about LA can imagine where that is.
Neil Lane.
It's Neil Lane. It's Neil Lane. It's high-end. You go in and you're instantly greeted by someone who comes up and is like, "Oh, sir, can I help you?" Blah blah blah. And I happen to be in there, just buying some trinket for my wife because I've been late home from work several times, and I can just buy her affection with jewelry. That's my go-to. And serendipitously, I catch the eye of Lula, and an idea comes to me. So as the person approaches me, the shop assistant, I'm like, "Step back, please, Lula, baby."
Oh, Reggie, darling.
Yeah. How have you been, darling?
Oh, so good to see you.
Oh,
what are you doing?
You.
Are you?
Just picking up a little something for my better half.
Oh, fantastic! Is it an anniversary?
No, I splash a bit further on our anniversary. This is just, an everyday gift,
Oh, lovely. Yes, yes. Well, Hugh is buying me something, by the way, as well. I think I'm very happy with it.
You know, it is absolutely wonderful. I ran into you. Could I have a quick word?
Absolutely, anything for you. Excuse me. Sorry. Yes, could we get one of those champagne trays over here? I imagine it's a very, very like
Oh, yeah.
fancy jewelry store where they do that. Yes, yes. What do you need, Reggie? You know I'm always all ears for you.
Well, you know how I helped you get into the club?
Yes, of course, of course.
And you know how your tennis game has improved immensely since you started up there.
Well, I mean, I'm the people they like to look at playing tennis, so...
Yeah, and you've got great talent too.
Thank
Great
you.
talent.
You know,
You
a lot of
you know
people
what?
don't
You know what?
realize that about me. They think I'm just
Let's do-
all scandalous and, you know, coming in like some young thing. And that's not true. I'm a serious professional, you know, and I think you recognize that in me, Reggie. And
Lula,
that's why I love you.
Let's do a
Yes.
doubles match. Let's do a doubles match. You and Hugh.
Sure.
Me and the
I
ball
mean,
and chain.
he doesn't walk so good since the fall, but yeah, absolutely. I'm sure we can just,
He
know,
can play baseline. That's fine.
fantastic.
Now, about the club, there's a certain someone who's been trying to get in, and he's really busting my balls about some. He wants to make a break in Hollywood, and you know, it's really it's I just he keeps cornering me at lunch, and he wants to get in the club, and I know it's just gonna turn into him breathing down the back of my neck the whole time. So. You know, he does have a house in a nice part of town, and I'm just worried that he'll get accepted, okay? And it's this guy named Boris, okay? Boris Warrington. Do you think, you know some of the ladies around the club? Do you think you could, maybe sour his reputation for me a little bit? You know, make sure that he doesn't make it into the membership.
Reggie, are you asking me to spread a rumor? Is that what you're doing?
Maybe. Just a little innocent, maybe not so innocent rumor. You know, if you'd met the guy, you'd agree that he's not the right caliber for the club. So, you know, I'm doing us both a favor, really.
Listen, Reggie, just gonna down the champers. Look, my position in the club is you know, it's so great that you got me in.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, a lot of the girls there, they see me as this untrustworthy gold digger. And, you know, doing this kind of thing would maybe make them think that I'm not so serious, that I'm just some trophy wife looking for kicks. Now, as you know, I've had some free time on my plate, but if I was maybe, you know, gamefully employed and doing something big, then...
Okay, I see. I'll see what I can do. You scratch my back, I'll scratch yours. How does that sound?
I did just get new nails.
Mm-hmm.
Reggie,
I'm glad to see we're on the same page.
consider it a done deal. And can I suggest, if you want to impress your wife, more than 6 carats. That princess cut ring, oh, she'll love it.
You're the best.
Don't I know it? Mwah, mwah. Okay, Toodles, I've got to take Rosebud for a walk. You know how he gets. And she goes out and unleashes her tiny fluffy dog and toddles away onto the boulevard.
And the scene ends. Phil, you get
I forgot to do thumbs up, sorry.
Oh, no, you're right. We had 2 anyway, so
Yeah.
that told us where we needed to go. Phil, you get a white dice that you can give to anyone else.
You can have that.
Who? Me?
Yeah.
Or Ellen?
No, you.
Oh.
You, Chris.
Okay, thank you. Very kind. There are 3 white dice and 2 black dice left. Ellen,
Excellent.
would you like to set your scene, or would you like to let other people set the scene, and we will, and then you get to determine whether you succeed or fail? Would you like to set your scene?
I think I would like someone else to set my scene. Yeah, that's just how I do.
Yeah, that's fine.
I hate improv.
I mean, I'd be interested to get a Ellen and Chris scene in. I'm just wondering how that can.
Yeah.
Well, we can do flashbacks. We can do flashbacks.
Perhaps on the set that they shared.
It's how they met, right? They've both been in one film each, and they met on the same film, right?
Yeah.
Did they maintain a friendship since then?
So I think maybe.
Are they having an affair?
An affair?
Are they having an affair?
They're having an affair.
Or...
Okay,
do like
so young, let's say 22-year-old Adam. So it's not long ago. It was maybe,
No.
let's say it's 4 weeks ago. Flashback 4 weeks ago. Adam and Lulu are on the set of
Cash grabbers.
Cash Grabbers, a Reggie production, a Maxwell production. It's a drama comedy where things just go wrong. It's a total fiasco, and Lulu is trying to, just so that you've got something to yes or no, Ellen. Lulu is trying to trying to stress that, is trying to intimidate Adam so that he doesn't go spreading it. Because the minute after they've done it, as they're putting clothes back on in a private, what do you call them? Caravan thing on set.
Yeah.
Trailer. Yep.
Yeah.
They're putting their clothes back on after the deed is done. Lulu is going to intimidate Adam because Adam has made an offhand comment that he's going to talk about it with friends.
Yeah.
Trying to silence him.
To shush him.
Mm-hmm. Cool. Are
Excellent.
you happy with that, Ellen?
I'm very happy.
And of course, because it's your scene, your thumbs up or thumbs down, whether or not you want me, how you want me to respond and to finish the scene, whether you succeed or fail.
Right.
And you can do that at any point during the scene.
Fantastic.
Clear?
Okay.
Beautiful.
Clear as mud.
Adam and Lulu are putting clothes back on in a hot Californian trailer after copulating.
Yes.
You don't have any
Mince?
Listerine strips, darling?
I do.
Yes,
I do. Mince. Here you are. Here you are.
Lovely. You know, the most important thing for a young actor to have in this town is headshot on USB always, and mince for when you're doing a scene or otherwise.
That's great. Well, I hope the scenes that I get involved with are as fun as that was. This Hollywood business is great.
Yes, well, I've been around for quite a while, Adam.
Oh, no.
And
no.
let me tell you, it's not all. Yes, I've had, my surgeon does great work, but yes, believe it or not, I've been kicking around this town for a very long time, and I've worked very, very hard to get where I am now. And it's not all fun and games.
Oh no. Well,
Yes.
I mean, this was fun, wasn't it? This was nice. This was good.
It was nice, wasn't it? It was fun, but do you know what is very nice about something? Is when you get to keep it just to yourself.
Oh no.
Like when you go out.
Is it really? I thought it's best when everyone has a part and everyone gets involved and you get to share fun times and all of that sort of stuff.
She's gonna put a finger to the lips of yeah, thank you, Chris.
I got you, Ellen. It's only Ellen who gets to pick whether it succeeds or fails, by the by.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because she didn't get to pick the scene.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Mm-hmm. So now she gets to pick.
Yeah. You have a box of chocolates, Adam. Do you like chocolates?
I do.
It's It's rare to find anyone in this town who consumes real dairy, but imagine you have a box of chocolates, truffles, and they're so delectable, and the pleasure from unwrapping them alone is just infinitesimal. But if you give a chocolate to everyone, then you don't get any for yourself. And if people know that you always have the box of chocolates, then they will always come after you, asking about the chocolates, hounding you, and taking away other opportunities that might as well rightfully be yours. And then your husband finds out about the chocolates, and he gets very, very mad. And maybe he knows a few very strong men who don't like chocolates being shared around town. Do you understand what I'm saying, Adam?
Well, I don't have a husband, and I used to share my chocolates with my family, and it's a big family, North Carolina. I've got at least 3 brothers, at least, and you know, they like them, and I like seeing them have it. It's nice. In fact, I was gonna call my mum after, because I met you. I wasn't gonna say anything about us, but I mean, if it came up, I wasn't gonna lie. It's a good Christian household, and I thought maybe this might become a little more serious.
Jim. You're a very sweet boy. And I do mean boy. But if you don't want to lie in this town, then you will lie 6 feet under in this town. Do I make myself clear?
Are you thumbs upping or thumbs downing?
Yeah, you gotta
And
like,
I think at that moment, a knock might come at the door. As like a PA.
Do you want your scene to succeed or fail? Do you want to?
I think I want it to fail.
Okay,
Yes.
that's cool. I can
Because
just,
you've been so unclear.
if you tell me
you
that it
gotta-
fails,
you gotta give
I'll scene
Yeah.
partner. I'll scene partner with it. That's easy
Yeah.
done.
Yeah.
Adam will go. I thought we had something. I thought this meant more than it did. Let's see now. This town's full of snakes, and he'll bust through the door and flee out into the hot Hollywood sun.
I think I may need to make a few calls.
Cool.
As she continues getting dressed.
Ellen, because you picked your black die, you
Yes.
hold on to it, but you, because it's the first round, you get to give it away. So who are you giving your black die to?
I'm gonna give it to Sean. Do you have one?
Sean does not.
I haven't been given anything yet.
Well, then you have a black die now.
Sean, you have a black die.
Enjoy it. Doesn't come for
got
free.
it. Nothing never does.
Okay, so a quick head count of where we're all at. In the past, Lulu and Adam had a steamy relationship that Adam still is in denial about the true merit of. Boris is trying to get into a acting gig, maybe to booster up his funds. From Reggie is trying to sandbag him using Lulu as leverage, and might have a young, charismatic young man. Maybe he saw on a Hollywood film block running for his life from a trailer at some point. Maybe that's where this idea came from.
Need that guy for a Citizen Kane too.
And also,
Wow.
Adam was looking to get a raise.
Adam was looking to get a raise. Adam is very poor.
Yeah.
No. Yes.
Adam's behind on rent. Yeah.
Adam's behind on rent, that's right. Okay. So I am going to set a scene, and I am going to set it with Ellen. And this is in the present. This is this is like a couple of hours after. It's the middle of the day. Adam has gone out to get food for the house, for Boris's house, after dropping Persephone off at school.
Marlborough, yeah.
And he bumps into Lulu. And he is going to interrogate Lulu because he feels that she's the one who's upped his rent somehow. that the way she's trying to get revenge on him is by upping his rent. She's trying to be horrible.
Recently?
Sorry?
Do I get?
No, I just think I love that thing of like, your rent has gone up recently. You're just like, Lulu.
Yeah,
Lulu.
yeah.
Must be her.
It's the Hollywood elite.
Yeah.
What result do you want?
I want to get her to confess that she's done it, that she's the one who did it, or to find to.
Can that succeed? Because
That's the question, right?
If we decide that it's a yes, then we've decided that she did do it.
That's right.
She did
Okay.
somehow.
And so I'm creating this as an opportunity. I'm
Okay.
as a player, knowing kind of how this game goes, I'm anticipating that it's probably going to be a failure, and I'm setting myself deliberately up for failure. But if you guys want to take it in that direction, where Lulu is a manipulative character who is like trying to punish this young man, ruin this young man, because she's scared about a relationship going out, then that's a cool story.
Yeah.
But if not,
exactly.
then Adam is this young paranoid guy who doesn't really understand how the world works, and there are these bigger movers and shakers moving around.
So where are you?
We are just outside Lulu's house. Adam is hands full with shopping bags. He doesn't drive. And I know, he has to walk around hot LA. And bags with milk, spoiled. There's a time pressure, but he bumps into Lulu as she exits her beautiful mansion. She's just returning from walking the dog.
Yes.
So she has a small, ferocious little creature at her feet. And what's she dressed as, Ellen?
I would imagine she's kind of got like a chiffon blouse and a very like tight mini skirt and very, very high heels, even though she is walking the dog.
Okay, cool. Okay.
But yeah, something that's a bit classy but also a bit tarty.
Yeah. All right. So the scene is that Adam is trying to, outside of Lulu's house, Adam is trying to get to the truth of Lulu upping the rent on his property or not. Mm-hmm. Cool with that?
Yeah,
Yep.
let's do it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
The scene begins, POV, Lulu walking towards camera. It's got the gate in left of frame. She's stepping towards the dog, trailing like bottom of frame, and then an arm full of grocery bags enters shot, makes the shot dirty. Camera left, bottom left there, obscuring the Hollywood gates, and it cut back to Adam standing there, groceries full, face shocked and angry. Lulu.
What are you doing near my property? I will have you know that I have mace, and Rosebud knows at least 5 attack commands.
I'm doing shopping. For a
Is that
very
so?
important man who
I
treats me
see.
well.
I see, and yet you are drenched in sweat. You have at least 5 bags that are constricting your little fingers. You have no car in which to go get groceries, and you are standing directly outside of my house.
My fingers aren't that little that you were complaining about it before.
Oh.
But I think there's a reason I don't have a car. I think there's a reason I have to walk everywhere. And I can't use Uber.
Because this town is small and hard to get around,
And
Adam.
you make it that way. I know what you did. You raised my rent. Your husband owns properties, doesn't he? Doesn't he?
He owns a lot of stuff. Do you know what I'm privy to? None of it. Because I had to walk up and down these streets I don't know how many times, and I did it in heels. So if you're complaining about taking a little stroll now and again, then you have got another thing coming. And if you so as much step near me, I will scream so loud that every bulky security guard on this property will come running at you. Is that what you want?
Just be truthful for once in your life. You want me out of this town because you're scared of me. And because you loved me. Isn't that right?
Darling, the truth is, I don't think about you at all. And I think that's what you're more scared of. Now, ta-ta!
Am I getting
Yeah, you have to
You
inadvertently
said
or
you have
you
to-
have to
Oh,
confess
sorry,
that you did
sorry.
it.
You have to admit that you did do it.
Oh, sorry, I got confused about what was the success and what
No,
was the
Success
failure.
is you
means
confess.
that
Yeah,
you
yeah.
admit that you did it.
Yeah,
It could be
sorry.
inadvertent, but yeah, you
Yeah.
have to
and-
reveal that you did it.
And Adam, as she kind of like throws her head over her shoulder, I would start looking for another property if I were you. As she gives him a wink and click clacks on her heels as she enters her gates.
The gates slam behind Adam standing there with groceries full. One of the bags breaks and a bit of a milk, glass bottle of milk smashes onto the floor.
What a harsh town.
I loved you. And walks onwards.
In my mind, you had like 10 minutes of conversation on set and then had sex.
Yeah.
And now you're like really attached.
Oh yeah, he's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
he's from like a conservative state, and he's fallen head over heels for a beautiful woman,
Right. Beautiful
Yeah.
star.
a beautiful star.
Okay, so you have a white.
I do have a
who's
white
getting
dice
your
to give
white
away.
dice?
I'm going to give my white dice to I'm going to give it to Ellen for being a cool scene partner.
Thanks, man.
That's all right.
That was fun. I do love being a femme fatale.
And Sean, it's your turn.
I'm gonna put this up to the winds of fate. Would someone like to give me a scene? I want the challenge of me not having a say in what the scene is going to be.
I think. I think there could be potentially a scene between. Because I want there to be a scene where you are found out to be in dire financial straits.
Yeah, I feel like yes, he's actually got some malfeasance
Yeah,
going on.
and I'm-
He's been stealing from the bank or something.
Yeah, and I'm even wondering if like that's a Chris Sean scene where perhaps Adam has gone to buy something and the card be declined, or potentially is confronting not Reggie, Boris. Sorry, is confronting Boris that he knows about his lack of finances. If that
So we're going to
works.
set the scene that Boris is confronting Reggie.
Reggie's
that-
confronting Boris.
Okay,
Right.
and
No, I was going to
So
say
sorry,
that Adam is
sorry.
confronting
Adam is confronting-
Boris.
Adam is confronting
Boris.
Boris.
Yes, because you have not been paid
Oh, okay.
in months.
Not only
and-
was I missing the raise, Adam was missing the money entirely. He hasn't got the money that
Yeah.
he should have. Okay.
Yeah, and you have been like, gone to shops and they've reminded you that like the tab is up or something like that.
Yeah. Okay. Coming back from the groceries, it's like, why did a card get declined or something like that from the house? Okay, cool. So we have
Boris.
one black dice left, just as a quick note, and 2 white dice left.
Yeah.
So
Um,
I
So
think
what were you going to say, Phil?
I think because it's like Boris has to want something, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I think Boris is cooking up. Boris wants Adam to join him on a scheme to make money,
Yep.
and it's a kidnapping scheme. And
Yes.
and now that he's confronted him, hey, you haven't given me any money. He's like, well, I have a way to make
gonna
that money
get your
and
money.
more if you help me.
Okay.
So Boris wants to convince Adam to get in on his money-making scheme.
His kidnapped scheme, where
Yeah, so kidnap someone or something. I haven't decided. If anyone wants to throw that
Let's-
in, or
let's-
I'll put it in the role play.
Sean?
yeah, Sean can
Yeah.
decide who's getting kidnapped, but the scene is the scene that we're giving you, Sean, is that Boris confronts Adam and tries to convince him to join in on his kidnapping scheme whatever that kidnapping scheme is, and you
Yeah,
get to
correct.
pick whether it succeeds or fails. Just give us a thumbs up or a thumbs down during it, and let's wherever you, where is this happen, Phil? Because
So-
we've still got to pick the location.
You
Phil,
can-
where do you think it happens? In a bedroom, in a private like side room, as Adam is putting away groceries.
Yeah, let's put it in the kitchen. Adam's putting away groceries, like taking care of the house.
Actually, can we put it in the garage?
Okay, yeah,
Yeah,
sure.
in the garage where there's a black town car, potentially with bulletproof windows, potentially not. Maybe the place of a kidnapping location later on. Who knows?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you will. I think. So as the scene is set, we find ourselves in the garage of Boris's house. That also doubles as he also utilizes this as almost like his man cave. So there is one half that has the limousine, which he really should sell, but he has not. And he hopefully never will. But also the other half is it does have a bar along the right-hand side with various bourbons and gins that have accumulated, a lot of which he doesn't touch. It's purely for aesthetic. He wasn't really much the drinker of the household. And there's also a computer that's just kind of on the so like an L shape. You've got the bar along one side of the wall, and there's a computer that Boris is just glued to. Boris is glued to this computer, and it's facing the entrance to the garage. You see the back of the computer, so you can't see what's on it.
Okay.
As Adam will come in, is potentially going to put away some meats that are in like a secondary freezer, and that's a reason for him to come into the room.
Absolutely.
And so this could be when Adam comes in and Boris is just glued
Sure
to
thing.
the screen. You see his eyes above the monitor there.
Hello, sir. I don't mean to, as he's putting meats away, didn't mean to bother you, to pester you, sir, but it's a bit related to what we talked about this morning. Do you recall I asked you about a raise? Well, you didn't cancel my wages at all, did you? For saying that, I haven't been paid today, and today is payday. I don't need to tell you that. You're a banker after all. But today is the day that we agreed that I would get paid, and also, sir, the card I used at the grocery store was declined. I had to use my own card. I have the receipts. Can I give them to you and you reimburse me for them, sir? It's just that it's rent week, and I'm a little short on cash.
At this point, Boris kind of looks up, takes his headphones off. Sorry, what was that? Adam. Yes. Sorry. Little bit preoccupied. Sorry. Something about money?
Yes, sir. I haven't been paid, and the card was declined at the groceries, so I had to use my money. Could you please reimburse me with this receipt, and also pay me for my fortnightly wage, so that I can pay rent, sir?
Yes. Yes. Adam, and he pats his pockets. He fumbles around on the counter, looks inside his wallet, sees nothing in there, and then he looks to the side of his where he sees the cabinet, the bar. He goes, oh yeah, that'll do. And he pulls off quite an expensive bottle of bourbon, like in the couple of $100 ranges. And he goes, yes, this will go for a fine price. Here, Adam, I insist, please take this. This bourbon is yours. It's more than a week's wage.
Sir,
Trust me.
I can't. It's 4 p.m. I don't think I could find someone to. Who would I sell? So I need money and wages, and is everything all right? Do do I need to find another job? Or is there something else I can do for you?
Job. Adam, do you... Can I trust you?
Yes, sir. Absolutely, sir. I think so. Depends with what, I think. But you trust me with your daughter? And she's 15.
Sure, of course. No, this is more important matters than my daughter. Listen, so I have run into a little bit of a how shall we call it? An issue, a problem with people. See, people like you and me, who don't have much money. Yeah, look, cards on the table. I'm running a bit short. But there's a reason. See, people like you and me, we are squashed under the thumb of people who think they're better than us. People who want to hold us down. People who feel that they get to dictate what is right and what is good and what we're capable of. And they want to hold us down. Do you understand what I mean?
I know.
Do you understand what I mean? When I say that to you, Adam. Look at me. So with that being said, and because I trust you, and he puts his hand on your shoulder, with the same hand that's holding the bourbon,
Wait, hold on. How would I... There we are.
You talk about a job. Well, I have a job that will solve many problems at once. It will let people know that people like you and me are not to be trifled with, are not to be underestimated, are not to be disrespected. 2, will get you the money that you deserve. More than what I could give you. The money that you deserve, Adam, and then some. And 3, will punish people that deserve to be punished. So what I need you to do, Adam, is to help me locate this person. And he swivels the monitor around, and what you see is an article from the Hollywood Reporter that says that breaking news, the lead star in the next Maxwell production, Lulu, whatever her name is.
Orange.
Breaking news, Lulu Orange is going to be the next star in the next Maxwell production. Says, help me take this person out of the equation.
Whatever you say, sir. Whatever you say.
Smash cut.
Yeah. Cool.
Adam just can't say no to things. He just can't. He's not capable.
Oh no, he's a pure. It's spite now. It's on.
I was gonna say, or he's an entitled man.
Yeah.
He's like, she didn't love me. Well, I'm gonna ruin her life. Also, she's raising my rent, and she admits to that. She's fucking with me. I'm gonna fuck right back.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, Sean, you get a white die, which you can give to someone else. Who would you like to give it to?
Does anyone not have a white die at the moment?
Phil does not. I have one.
I have one.
Oh. Phil, let's give you one, my friend.
Okay.
For
I got one black one white one.
Yeah.
Aptly and succinctly fucking with my character. That's quite
Very good. There are 2 dice left, a black and a white. The last one is wild, by the by.
Excellent.
So it can go either way. But the color of the dice itself is sustained. That's why I'm keeping track. Phil, your turn. Do you want to set a scene, or do you want one set for you?
I think the theme of this round is having things set for you.
Okay.
So someone give me a scene.
let's get you in a scene with Lulu where you are trying to convince her to join your latest production. Because...
She already got that from me in return for spreading rumors about Boris.
Oh yeah. Okay. Well then,
That's
Could
how
we,
she
could
got
we
apart.
have it
Or it-
on the first day of filming? Could it
first
be
day of
like-
filming, yeah. And there's troubles already. Lulu is being a drama queen, and you've
Right,
been
yes.
sent in to be like, hey, okay, here's the scene. Lulu is not at all professional. Yeah, it's first day of filming. Lulu is a 35-year-old woman who is not does not know how film etiquette works.
No.
She's already elevated herself to like the title of lead role actress sort of stardom. She's being a total diva, and she has a featured role. It's not an extras role, but it's not like big lead. She's like second or third on the cast list. But she's acting like she's number one, and that if she walks off set, the whole film production will stop. It will not stop, and it's day one. They can recast her like that. So your job as the producer to go in there and get her shit together and stop messing about.
So I have
to
to
straighten
bring
her
her
out.
down. I have
Down
to
a
bring her
peg.
down a peg.
Yeah, and she is in her dresser, upset by Ellen. I'll let you decide what she's upset about.
I'll just do it in roleplay.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Is everyone happy with that? Is that a fair
Yeah.
scene, do we think? Sean, Ellen?
I like that.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
like that. I think, and there's enough like there to be like, ooh, what is she upset about? So there's enough of the ambiguity there. Also, just to like for the people watching, I took that get rich by kidnapping someone or something card because that's the kidnapping thing. That
Yes.
was in
Yes.
progress.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
Just
yeah.
to make that clear.
Yeah.
Um,
Okay. Cool. We're happy with that scene. So
Yeah,
we're in the trailer. And
No, not yet.
Oh,
so
okay.
what's happening is well, what's my character?
Reggie
Reggie. Thank you.
Reggie.
Reggie.
or
What?
Reggie is approaching the trailer.
Reggie is walking through the set, and there's various crew and stuff, and he's easily deflecting them as they come up to oh, Reggie, I have this issue, and I'm like, no, it's okay, I'll deal with you later. Go speak to Susan, blah blah blah, and he's heading like beelining for a trailer, and he's all smiles to everybody, and then he gets in front of the trailer, and we see a shot of his face where he's just. No.
Is this my trailer?
Yeah.
Yeah. Who is it?
It's Reggie.
What do you want?
Can I have a quick word?
No, I don't want anyone to see me like this.
The door opens and he closes it behind him.
Reggie! I said don't come in!
Yeah, well, this is my film set, so I go where I want, okay? So I hear that you are wasting my money. So that's $5,000, $10,000, $15,000.
Well, you should tell that to that John Levi that you've got starring in this picture, who is just so uncouth. And he's the one wasting your money, not me. I'm trying to be professional. I'm trying to be nice. And he's looking at me like I'm just some floozy off the street.
Now, listen, Lula, they're telling me that you don't know any of your lines, and you're requesting that they be taped to the forehead of your co-star. Is that correct?
Yes, so it can be real, Reggie. I thought you wanted an actual film, and I can bring that to you. I can bring that.
I am making an actual film. I've been making actual films in this town for a long, long time, Lula, and you're screwing everything up, okay, Lula? And you did me a solid. You spread that rumor about that weirdo, and I appreciate that. But if I give something, I can take it away, okay? Do you understand that, Lula? I can take this part away, and I can give it to someone with some actual talent. How does that sound?
I have actual talent. But I suppose...
No, I'm not going to fail to intimidate you, so you
Oh,
It's
yeah.
you're gonna get
Oh,
so much
sorry.
worse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think she's gonna, yeah, rise up. I have actual talent, Reggie. And more to the point, I don't need to go around spreading rumors to get people to not come near me. I am so much more than you ever realized. You have got a real star on your hands here, Reggie, if you play your cards right. And don't forget that I know your secret. And not only that, I believe your wife is a frequenter of the country club. And don't you believe all the things that women get talking about in bathrooms? Perhaps a little rash that started appearing. Even though I believe that Lillian is, she's been screened regularly because she was so concerned about, trying for a baby. Isn't that
Now, listen.
funny, Reggie?
Lulu. Okay, I'll have your cue cards made up. Could you just be on set in 15 minutes, please? Okay? Please.
Only because you said please, Reggie.
And scene.
And
Insane.
she'll swivel back. Yeah.
We're
okay,
all
Phil.
shit characters.
You got a
It's Hollywood.
It's Hollywood, baby. You got a black dice, Phil. Who are you giving it to?
Sean.
Sean.
I'm accumulating these black dice.
Heads
How
up.
many do you have?
That's my second one.
That's
So,
actually a good thing.
Oh, because I get to give losses out.
No, the more of one color you have, the better chances you have of surviving.
Woohoo!
I feel like you're a tragic character, so it's cool.
Yeah,
What do you mean?
absolutely.
What do you mean?
And the last scene, Ellen. You have a white dice, which in this case is wild. You can either make your scene, or you can have us pick it yourself. Make it for you.
I like people making scenes.
Okay, well, I have one.
Yeah.
You're in your trailer. Suddenly, the trailer
Sure.
begins to move. And the little slot at the front of it, you pry it open, and you see Adam looking back at you, driving a car. And it's a screamed conversation down a highway where he is driving your trailer down the road, trying to kidnap you. It feels about right to put that at the midway point where we're about to, and we're about to have a break here, a post-stream break, a midstream break.
So what does Ellen want?
To get him to pull over and stop.
I want to not be kidnapped.
To stop him being kidnapped. Yes, Sean.
I have a question. Do we have to have used by the end of the first round the escape a federal indictment?
No. These are for the
we
whole
won't.
game.
Great,
So I
awesome.
could set this. I could say, I don't know.
Good, 'cause
drive
I have a feeling
Lulu
it's
to-
gonna come up after
yeah.
this act.
Yeah, I could say maybe drive Lulu to Nevada, and by crossing state borders, that's
I
a
think
federal
kidnapping
crime.
might be a federal crime already.
Yeah,
Without
this is what I mean. It's gonna come up. I'm just curious.
What do people think about that scene? Do people want to make tweaks to it? Does it need a full revision? Phil, Sean?
No, I think it's good. She just wants to get him to
Stop.
But I think what should happen is, instead of it being screamed, I think he's on the car phone.
Mm-hmm.
And she's on her mobile phone, and they're talking through the phone that way. Otherwise, I don't think they'd realistically be able to hear each other.
Sure.
But he definitely looked back so that she could see who it was, and then she's like, "What are you doing?"
No worries. So phone conversation. Lulu and Adam have each other's phone numbers. Adam has called Lulu, and is doing like you better give us what we, that sort of thing. And Lulu is
trying to be intimidating.
Yeah, trying to be intimidating. He's not terribly.
Yeah.
And maybe giving a list of reasons why he's kidnapping her. And Lulu's job is to get him to pull over and stop wherever they are.
Right.
And I think the timing is important, that it literally happened before that. Like, when he's like, you have to be on set in 15 minutes. It was within that 15 minutes that it just took off. So it's going to be much later.
Yes. Okay, I like what we've got in chat. It's going to Mexico.
Going to Mexico.
We're going south, baby. We're crossing the border. We're going down south. We're going to Mexico.
Yeah.
Heck, it's to Mexico. So, and the objective is to make him stop. Ellen, you get to decide whether you succeed or fail in this, but the objective is to get him to stop and pull over wherever they are.
Okay.
Okay. You get a phone call as you feel your trailer. You've been maybe Lulu wakes up from a post-anger nap after yelling with Reggie, and feels the trailer moving and a phone call, the phone buzzing.
Hello?
Lulu, it's me, Adam. You remember me?
What do you want?
Well, for you to stop raising my rent would be nice, but I or to admit that you love me, but I think that we're past that. I do.
You're right. I do think we're past that. So why the hell are you calling me?
Well, I thought maybe you might want to know why your trailer's moving. Or do you just not care about that either?
Adam, this is very rash behavior. And you do know that you have kidnapped me from the set of a very, very large motion picture. Do you know what that entails, Adam?
I do, because I did it. I did capture you. I did kidnap you from the set of a very expensive set.
Yes. And that just means all the worse for you, Adam. Now, if you stop, this would be a little mistake. And maybe no one needs to know about it. Maybe you drive me right back, I get back onto set, and nothing happens. But otherwise, you have a very powerful producer. You have my very powerful husband. You have a lot of people who are losing thousands of dollars per minute because of you. And for what, Adam? Because you feel slighted? Because we had a one-night stand? A one lunch break stand? This isn't worth throwing your life away over, darling.
I don't have a life thanks to you. I'm poor and broke, and you've pushed people to the edge. You think this is on me? You think this is my decision? This is you. You heartless witch. You were the one who... You think you can just raise someone's rent like it means nothing? Money means something to people. It's not just lunches and booze. It's livelihoods. It's a child's education. It's meat that doesn't spoil in the third fridge of a house. You can't just use people like pawns. You can't just satisfy your carnal desires and throw me away. I'm more than just a pay packet. I'm more than just a lover. I'm a human being.
You can keep doing this, but I swear there is going to be so much hell coming down on your head, Adam. You're going to regret this.
So will you. Are you thumbs upping or thumbs downing?
You thumbs down, didn't you?
Thumbs down.
Yes,
Oh, it's thumbs down?
I'm failing, right?
Yes, that's right.
Yeah, you're failing.
Yeah.
Failing to get him to stop, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, then I'll see you in Mexico. Beep. And he continues to drive.
They're going to have so much sex in Mexico.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
I love that Adam gave away the entire plan. Like, he's like, this is who I am, this is why I'm doing it, and this is where we're going.
Yeah, he's not smart. She can phone anyone. So there we go. Yes, Phil, telling someone his strategy while kidnapping is not a smart move. Ellen, unfortunately you failed, but you failed with a white dice. Who would you like to give that white dice to? Sean has 2 black dice and no white dice. I have 1 white dice and 0 black dice. Ellen, you can't give it to yourself, and Phil has a black dice and a white dice. You don't have to spread them evenly. Whoever you want to give it to, you can.
So Ellen has a win dice or a lost dice? Ellen has a lost dice.
She has.
I have one of both.
Oh, to give away now?
Oh, yes. to give away
She has a
our-
win dice to
White.
give away.
A win dice.
It's a white dice, yeah.
Yeah.
It was wild for this instance, so she could lose with it.
Oh, okay, that's
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say, I'm gonna give it to Phil.
Okay.
Yay!
So, Phil, you have 2 white dice and 1 black dice.
Nice.
Can everyone please roll your dice? So, I'll just remind... Phil, you have... Sean, you have 2 black dice, so roll 2d6. I have 1 white dice, so I'm going to roll 1d6. Ellen, can you roll a black dice and a white dice? And Phil,
Yep.
can you roll a black dice and 2 white dice?
All of mine.
Yep, so subtract the colours from each other, the total numbers from each other. So that only applies to Ellen and Phil.
Yep.
And then whatever the total is, either black or white, let me know. So I roll my 1 white dice.
So sorry, subtract what from what?
So Ellen, you have a black and a white dice. So
Yeah.
you've rolled 1 dice each.
Mhm.
So subtract either your black or your white from the other.
Oh, okay.
And whichever's
Yep.
higher, yeah. So I rolled a 4 on my white dice.
So
Sean, you
if I rolled
Yes, mate. Sorry. Go ahead, Phil.
so if I rolled 6 on my white and 1 on my black dice.
Yep. So
Roll
that
get
means
five.
5
what?
white. Yep.
5 white. Okay.
Sean.
So-
You rolled 2 black.
Yep. So I just do the cumulative total.
That's right.
Or...
Yep. Because you have no
Yep,
whites
so-
to minus it from.
Yep. So I'm 10.
10 black. Fantastic.
Good roll.
And Ellen.
I am 3 black.
3 black. Okay. So, what we're going to do now is we'll get into... We're going to have a quick break after we sort through this section, which is called the tilt. The tilt
Right.
is a middle of the story moment that throws things out of control and incentivizes the climax of the story. And the 2 people who are going to pick what happens in the tilt are Phil and Sean.
Yay.
Yay!
Phil, can you have a look at the 2 white dice that you rolled, and can you tell me what numbers they have?
2 and a 4.
A 2 and a 4. Okay? And that's white. And for the 2 black dice, Sean?
Yep. So my 2 black dice was a 6 and a 4.
A 6 and a 4. Very cool. Okay. I am going to figure out how to do this. Am I? I'm not sharing my screen. Okay, let me just... that seems... Well, there's only a couple of options. Let's just do it this way. Sean, you have a 6 and a 4.
Yes.
You can either pick guilt or failure. What would you like?
And I don't know what that means, do I?
They have, so it'll change what happens in the climax in the end here, and Phil is going to fill in the other section, and then he's going to pick
Alright.
the broader category, and you'll fill in the other section, and I'm going to make them
Great.
clear as you get to them. So guilt,
Well, then let's go with failure because that sounds fun.
failure. All right.
No one should feel guilty about this.
So Phil, with a 2 and a 4, you can pick something precious is on fire,
Mm-hmm.
or a good plan comes unraveled. Which one would you like?
Well, I don't... I'm not sure there's any good plans in this
Yeah,
right
what
now.
good plan is happening?
So would you like something precious is on fire?
Something precious. I think fire is always the correct choice.
I think
yes.
so too. So something
Yeah.
precious in the next 8 scenes, something precious will be on
Yeah.
fire.
Yep.
And
Great.
this one actually gets picked for you, Sean, just by the virtue of the way the dice kind of roll out. And usually in a face-to-face game, this would be more negotiated, but because we have to do it online, that's just how it has to happen. Guilt is what gets picked with your 4, Phil, because you rolled a 4. And Sean,
yep.
your 4 that you rolled leads to greed leads to killing.
So greed leads to killing.
Greed leads to killing. So we have
Right.
something precious is on fire, and greed leads to killing.
Great.
Cool. We are going to take a short break where in the next part of this game we will have the last 8 scenes, and we will resolve and see how the story of Adam Boris, Reggie, and Lulu resolve. Stay tuned.
Excellent.
We'll be back in a short time.
Cool.
All right.
Bye.
Thanks, everybody.
Thanks, everyone.
Be back.
Be back shortly.
See you soon.
And we're back. Hello, everyone. Welcome back.
Hello.
We have gathered ourselves after that intense story, opening half of the story, and it's time to tell the second half of Hollywood Hopes, a betrayal story, a kidnapping story, a story of greed and money in LA, Hollywood. As of course we're
Best
back.
kind of story.
It's the best of the story. We're going to jump straight in. So if you don't know who we are, go to the start of the episode. And we are going to kick off with, just as a top-up for the rules, we start again. We have now the same amount of dice in the center as before, but you keep all of your dice that you accumulated before. So at the start of this, we have Sean with 2 black dice, myself with 1 white dice, Ellen with a black and a white dice, and Phil with 1 black dice and 2 white dice. And there are 4 white dice and 4 black dice in the center of the table, and we have to incorporate the tilt. Something is on fire, something precious is on fire, and greed leads to killing, which I think are fairly easy to drop into our story.
What do you mean?
Yeah, right. Like before, we start however we want to start. I can kick it off if you'd prefer, or someone else can take the reins if they feel super comfortable.
Nah.
No.
I never feel super comfortable.
All right, no worries. I'm gonna start. I'm gonna start us off with a scene. I am going to start with a scene between Adam and Boris. It's a telephone call, and Boris is in Hollywood. Adam is with Lulu, has kidnapped Lulu, and is in Mexico. And they are holed up in a apartment, and Lulu has been tied up. And Adam is on video chat with Lulu in the background, and is wondering what to do. So he's asking Boris for instructions, and his goal is to convince Boris to, I don't know, wire them some money so that they can eat, because there's no food down there, or... Oh, okay, here's a better idea. It's to convince him to keep going through with the plan, because he's made such a mess of it that Boris is getting scared. Or is willing to dodge out. Is that fair?
So you haven't even issued a ransom yet. It's just
no ransom. No ransom has been issued.
I don't think he's even contacted Phil, Reggie yet. Like it's just, I think, like the thing is, it's such a half-cocked plan. It was just like he didn't even really explain much. He's just like, get her, and then we'll wipe her off the map. That's like all he said, and that is transformed into, I'm taking her to Mexico.
Which sounds more like murder than it does kidnapping.
Yes, and so Boris has gotten cold feet, and Adam is trying to convince Boris to stick with the plan, to not abandon him and Lulu in Mexico.
Right.
You cool with? Does that sound right? I think that sounds pretty right.
No,
and then clear confirmation of like objective. A success is Boris stays on task and continues pursuing the goal of hostage, and a down is Boris abandons Adam and Lulu, incidentally, in Mexico.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you want him to eat ransom demand, maybe. That's maybe even clearer.
Say again, sorry, Phil.
Follow
through by issuing the ransom?
Issuing the ransom demand.
Yep, yeah, cool. All right, that's the success state, is Boris do the ransom stuff. Okay, here we go.
Gagged?
Lulu's gagged, yeah.
Yeah, because you can only be 2 people in the same, so yeah.
Right. I'm just going to mute myself.
So, hello! Boris, hi! Hello, Boris! Hello!
Hello! Adam,
Hey!
How is everything going?
Mexico is great. Lulu is tied up. Lulu Larange, the
I'm sorry,
actress?
Adam. I think you're breaking up. You said Mexico?
Yes, Mexico. And this is Lulu, our hostage. Yes, I've got her. Hostage is working. We're all good. I don't think that the phone call will get intercepted because I'm using Facebook chat. So I don't think the message will get intercepted by the police. They don't use Facebook, as I understand it.
Sorry, when you say Facebook chat, do you mean you're on Facebook Live right now, or do you...
No. I had to check, but no. No, this is just
Sure.
Messenger. I wasn't sure.
absolutely certain.
You scared me. Anyway, I just wanted to check that you're going to send the ransom note now.
The ransom note?
Yes, because that's the second part of the hostage taking.
Sorry, and who am I ransoming?
Lulu,
No,
the person I kidnapped.
Yes.
Yes,
You want me to send a ransom note to
someone. Ideally,
Huh.
is that not the plan? Like, that's the point of a hostage. I know I might have nearly just played a ransom hostage note on Facebook Live, but I thought that was a key step in ransoming someone, is that you send a ransom to someone. Ideally, not the person that we've taken.
I'm just I just don't recall ever saying Mexico, or where did you find her? I didn't even tell you where to find her. Where did...
On set. See, this is what people think of. This is Lulu. This is why I think I'd be a really good performer. Is that I take the initiative, and
Sorry, you went to set? Did anyone see you?
I mean, yeah, but I just pretended that I worked there, and people
What
just
do you mean?
they let me on set. They let me drive a car up to a trailer, and I took the trailer. I have all of her things. Do you know she has a mini fridge in there?
You didn't use my car. He looks. He starts walking towards the garage. It's like, tell me you didn't use my car.
Well, I don't have
Tell
a
me
car,
that.
sir.
You used my car. And
Well,
he
I don't
opens
have
the
anyone
garage
else's
door,
car.
And the limousine's gone.
Yes.
Wait.
The
sorry.
black town car with bulletproof windows is gone.
Yes.
Let me understand this right. You went onto the set where people saw you. You used my car, and you took her away. And if I'm right, because I can see her there behind you, she's aware.
Say hi, Lulu.
She's aware that you're the one that and by proxy, me.
Would you like to speak to her?
No, I would not like to speak to her. Adam.
Well,
One second.
are you looking for...
One second.
Lulu, do you have a suggestion of who we could ransom you to? Like your husband or the producer? Which one's better? Or is there a third person? Like your parents? Do your parents come from money? Lulu? She's not being very cooperative, sir.
Yes, I can imagine. So, okay. So, here's...
Ellen, you're going to have to thumbs up or thumbs down as well.
Well, right.
Cut him loose.
Okay. So here's my thought process.
Okay.
Adam.
Yeah?
I have decided to make an executive decision.
Okay.
Where everyone is happy. See, obviously, we concocted this plan because I don't have a lot of money, and you don't have a lot of money. But it's clear that you also don't have a lot of sense. So I think
yes.
the best thing for us all to do right now is to sever all ties. So don't worry, you no longer have to be my nanny. I will take care of Persephone personally. You can live... well, she's aware of the plan now as well, so really, I mean, it looks like she's on board with it, really. Like, once you take off the gag and have a conversation with her, just explain that, look, you can maybe start acting in Mexico, really just keep that under wraps here, and no more communication between us, and I will come up with a plan as to why you are no longer my nanny, and that's, yes, I think I've covered absolutely 100% of all the bases here. Yes, so, good luck, is what I'm saying. I wish you well in all your future endeavors, And thank you so much for picking up my dry cleaning earlier. Uh, uh, goodbye.
Lulu, I don't think he's going to ransom you. End scene. Last cut of Lulu looking furious and dead-eyeing him.
Yeah.
Okay, so I pick up a black die, and the story progresses.
You sure do.
And I don't give it to anyone. That's now mine. That's not good for me. And Sean, it's your scene.
Yeah, I think I have an idea of for a scene. Is that so? What has happened is once it has become abundantly clear to Reggie that no one, that Lulu A is not on set and B her trailer is not on set. He went through a lot of the security footage that was around that time, and he clearly saw what he knows to be his friend's town car. He knows the number plates he recognizes. Yeah, he saw that, and he saw her being whisked away. So I feel this is whether it's a phone call or whether it's an in-person, this is a confrontation where Reggie tries to get to the bottom of where his star is. So he wants to know where Lulu is.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh!
We're all chat.
Oh, sorry.
No.
Fixed it.
That's why
Sorry,
I don't go too far into the Discord.
So I think you need to escape a federal indictment.
Yeah, because I'm the one that needs a need. So I think it.
I'm going to have you arrested.
Yeah. So I think you discover it, and I am coming to dissuade you from pressing any sort of criminal charges, whether that be on a local, state, or federal level, and just to not really.
Don't do it.
So I'm gonna where should I show up? Where should we have the scene?
Oh, I think on my front porch. I may usher you in, or we may go somewhere else. But I think you come to my house.
Okay,
Wow.
my driver drops me off.
Oh no, actually no, because this is a Hollywood film. This that you ask me to meet you to talk about, a role. You've had second thoughts about.
Oh right,
the role.
You trick him in.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
And we meet at a parking lot late at night.
Entrapment.
So it's a parking lot late at night, and Sean, what's your character's objective?
So my character's objective, once he's trying to stop Phil from pursuing any sort of criminal charges against him for what he may or may not have done.
He's trying to convince Reggie to let him off the hook.
I'll let people know that scenes can last a long time or an incredibly short amount of time. Just dropping that in there.
Well, it all depends on your votes.
That's right. That's right. Yeah.
We can't do nothing till you guys vote.
That's right. Okay.
So I also have a tall, muscular man with me with knuckle dusters.
So it is. It's very late at night. It's like 11:30, and with the second car that my character's name Boris. Boris. He comes to the third floor of the parking lot behind Planet Hollywood in the city of LA, and you're up on the third floor, and he parks in. There's one singular car that is there that has the beams on, and so he turns off his engine, and he steps out of the car, and like shielding his face, he steps towards the car that has its high beams on.
Well.
Is that Reggie? Hello,
Yes,
Reggie.
it's Reggie. I called you here, Boris.
Oh yes. Could you I can't actually look. I'm just guessing. Can you turn those lights off? They're a bit bright.
Could you turn the high beams? Okay, yeah. The high beams come down.
Oh, this is that's lovely to see. It's a bit of an unusual place to talk shop, isn't it? I was very excited when I knew you'd come around, Reggie. I knew you'd come around. So
look, Boris,
character.
You're a complete idiot, right? Let's just open with that, okay? You're not here to talk about a park. We're in a car park at late at night. and I have this thug with me. So
Is he going to be my
obviously,
team partner?
no. Here's footage of your car stealing my actress from set, and you are here on a very flimsy pretense. So, as I said, you're an idiot, okay? And so, because you're an idiot, I think I can very easily get you sent to jail, and I don't have to kill you, okay?
But I mean, Reggie, counterpoint. As you can see, that's my car behind there. That's clearly a different car to the one that I drive. So it can't have been me because I'm here and not with that car. So it's a misunderstanding. Of course, I understand. It's a silly misunderstanding.
So you have more than one car, though. This car is your car. It's registered in your name.
No.
It is, though. It is registered in your name.
Well, okay.
So if I speak to the feds and give them this footage, they'll come asking questions to you. Okay? So this is your chance to
oh my goodness.
leave town.
You fell for it. You fell
Leave
for
town
it.
now.
I caught you. You've been punked. We're bringing punked back. See, I've got a roll. And you know, yes. Look, we spared no expense, and it's all a big joke. Okay, rap, everyone. Of course.
The guy comes over and he socks you in the mouth. The thug socks you in the mouth.
Well, okay, that would be.
If I were you, Boris,
Huh?
I'd get out of town. I'm getting my star back, and you're gonna be in jail, in the ground, or out of the country. I hear Mexico's quite good this time of year.
Oh.
Come on, let's go.
So do I have the part?
Pull away as a bleeding Boris is on the car park of a Beautiful. And so you, Sean, get a black dice. And that's yours now.
So do I
It's
keep
getting-
the one
You keep that.
Yes, you
So I've
keep
got
add them to your total.
Three black dice.
black dice.
Yeah.
See how
Phil.
they run.
Okay, so I'm gonna be calling Lula.
Mm-hmm.
Lulu.
Oh, did you not take your phone
Lulu.
away? Come on, Adam.
No,
What the hell, man?
Do you want that scene
Well,
with
by
me
this
then?
point, well, maybe I call Lula, but you pick up, right? You pick up.
Yep. So that means you can have a scene with me because we haven't had a scene together.
Yes.
Oh, nice.
Yes. Or I call you because, look, I need you to be in my movie
Eat both.
because I'm losing cast members.
Well, how about I pick up the phone? What's your objective?
Okay, so I need Lula back on my set so I can keep making Citizen Kane 2.
Return of the Kane.
Return of the Kane, yes. Kane harder.
Kane
Yeah.
harder. This time it's Kane.
Right? So that's what I want. That's the reason I want, right? So I don't know where she is. I want her back and I can call her. I know that her trailer's been stolen. So I guess when you pick up, I want you to bring my star back.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay?
So your goal is to convince me to bring the star back.
Right, yes. So I can keep making my movie.
Cool.
So,
The world needs Citizen Kane too in these dark times.
so I'm standing on set, like, everything's work has stopped. Everyone's sort of like nervously kind of standing around, looking at the boss, trying to work out what's happening. And he's pacing up and down, and he calls. He's been speaking to the cops. He's been arranging to ruin Boris's life, and on a whim, he calls Lula again for like the 15th time.
Cool. You get a face chat response. It's like, this person is requesting FaceTime with you.
Oh, thank God.
The hell, man.
Lulu!
Hello, Adam Wadusky speaking.
Wait a minute.
Hello?
I see. Are you an extra in one of my films?
Yes! Oh, hello, Mr. Maxwell. How are you? How are you today? I mean, it's evening, but how are you?
Mad as hell.
What?
Why have you got my star's phone? Have you kidnapped my star? I will rain fire upon you.
Yeah, she's here, look.
If you've hurt a hair on her head,
No.
I will have you pay for her reconstructive surgery.
I did it because I don't have any money, so I feel like that's an idle threat, sir, if you don't mind me saying. Do you...
Is that what you want? You want money?
Yeah. Like, I can bring her back if that's helpful.
God
Is that-
damn it, yes.
Does
I
that-
need to bring her back right now.
Does that... But how do I know I'll get paid? Or a job? I'm pretty good at getting people's groceries.
Look, punk. How much do you want? I know how this game works.
Lulu, how much should I ask for? How much are you worth? I don't read mine
You like
very well.
badly covered.
I don't read mine very well. I can bring her back, and I can come with her too, if that helps.
Yes, that helps a lot. Do that.
Do you
Adam, was it?
Yeah.
I'll
Absolutely.
give you lots of money. You bring her back. Okay? Lots of money. Money.
Yeah,
You know,
lots.
Pay your rent, everything.
Yeah, great.
Uh-huh.
I have a huge rent problem. Lulu's part of it, actually. She keeps
Not
raising my rent. It's
anymore.
ridiculous.
Not anymore. You just come on back. You said she raised... Anyway, that's not
Oh
important.
boy,
What's
I
important-
tell you what, these Hollywood types, not everyone is like you, Lulu. Some people can be very nice. Sir, I
Yeah,
will be
I'm a
right
nice
there
guy.
with Lulu in like 4 hours. It's a long drive from
Fantastic.
Mexico, but look, it's Mexico.
Great,
Have
thank
you been here? It's not a great place, but Lulu is pretty comfy as far as someone tied up.
Well,
can
let
be.
me tell you about this time in Tijuana. Actually, no.
No, we don't have time
You
to get into
on the
that.
road.
so-
Get on the
I'll
road.
be there in a jiffy. Bye.
You better be.
Beep.
Oh.
Okay, Phil, you get a white dice.
3 of those for me?
It was too nice to not just have it be like, yeah, okay.
Yeah. Well, why not?
I mean, it's a ransom, so if someone's like, okay, here's the money, then you're like, alright.
All right.
We didn't even agree on a fee. I'm just like, whatever you want. Just give me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'll give you
and I'm
money.
like, Adam's an idiot. Adam's
Uh,
slowly,
Ellen.
progressively gotten dumber, which I quite like.
Ellen,
Yeah.
your scene.
Ellen, yeah.
Okay,
We can
I think
either be as you're being untied, or we could be at like the Adam dropping you off, wherever you
A
want.
rest stop on the way,
Or
or
something completely different.
I think, yeah, it should be, like, as she's being untied.
Okay,
A scene between Adam and Lulu.
cool. And
And-
what do you want to escape?
No, I think she wants a cut of the ransom.
Oh, cool.
If someone's going to be making money off her,
It should be her.
now she wants... Yeah.
Okay. And your job is to try and convince Adam to split the ransom with you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Awesome. Let's see how that scene goes.
Okay, let's do it.
Adam is untying Lulu at the opening. Yes, Ellen? Cool. I'll take... Yep, thumbs up. Great. Untying. Here you are, Miss Larange. Sorry about that. All the ransom is done now. So I mean, it's pretty painless, isn't it? It's a pretty easy way to make some money. I mean, it was an inconvenience to you, I understand, but there you go. Your arms are free now, Miss. Let me just do your feet. You have such nice calves. Anyway, sorry, shouldn't get distracted. I think it's pretty easy to make a bit of money here, isn't it? Anyway, we have to hop you back into the car, and I am dropping you off to Mr. Maxwell.
What did you ask for?
I wasn't enough to kind of cover usual ransom amounts. I mean, you heard, I was very, I think it's a power negotiation thing where you don't lock something down to keep it kind of flexible.
Adam, what do you mean flexible ransom amounts? You have Reggie, and you have the star of his film.
Right?
You could be making bucket loads. And more to the point, we're a team in this.
Oh,
if you
yeah.
think of it that
Yeah,
way.
absolutely. You're the ransomee. Hostage.
Yes, and you can't make the money without me.
I cannot.
Can you?
Not at all.
And since now my arms are untied,
Mm-hmm.
and I have the possibility of punching your stupid face through the wall, but instead, I think we're actually making quite a good team. Clearly we have good chemistry, as it were.
I think so. We had good chemistry before.
Absolutely. And, you know, in this town you need to prove yourself a little bit. And so that's all that was, Adam. I just needed to see if you had the mettle to survive. I'm not going to throw my lot in with someone who's going to, you know, leave town because they can't make it. So what do you say? You and me, we ask Reggie for 10 million? It's a conservative amount, but we know he's definitely good for it.
I think that's a great idea, miss. I'll get on the phone right away.
And we split it 50-50.
50 million each. Yes?
Yes, I did say, I said 10 million, but 100 million is better.
Okay, 100 million. Well, you said 50-50, so I was confused.
Yes, no. Think big in this town, Adam.
100 million it is. That's a lot of money.
All right. Now I think we should take some pictures of me in distress.
And cut, I reckon.
Cut. Yeah,
And
beautiful.
fade to black.
Ellen, you get a white dice for being
Yay.
successful. Okay.
This is
cool.
becoming very Coen Brothers.
I am going to set the scene. I'm calling Reggie back. Adam has retied Lula. And she is tied to the car of she's tied to a chair. She's tied to a chair, and I'm now threatening her life because I've put a gas canister next to like a what do you call it? Like petrol. I've doused her in gasoline.
Yeah.
But it's not really gasoline, is what Adam tells Lula, and
Oh no.
we'll see what happens.
We'll see.
As Adam calls up Reggie with Lulu tied up with a gasoline thing in the background and holding a matchbox in one hand. And his
Okay,
goal
so-
is to make it clear that if he doesn't get the money, the 100 million, that he is going to burn her alive. That's the threat. So he needs to get the money to convince him, locked and loaded in like tell you what, it needs to be sent to a bank account that's been opened. Adam's own bank account, because he's too dumb to think of a different bank account.
Yeah. You got to FaceTime
Yep,
again?
absolutely. It's FaceTime. Here we go. Clear on what the intention is and the goal?
Sure is.
You have
sure.
to get me to give you $100 million.
Into my bank account.
Okay.
Or I burn Lulu.
Okay, yes.
Okay.
Sean, are you putting your hand up? Or
I
you
mean, it might not come up, but I had a thought that maybe Adam, like, just because he's used it so many times over his job, the bank account that he remembers is actually Boris's bank account. So if it does succeed, the money actually gets transferred into his bank account because that's the one you quote. Because you used it.
You still
every
have the
week.
card.
Oh yeah.
Still
Well,
have the
actually, yeah. There you go. I have to use Boris's bank account. I'm using him as a middleman. Adam thinks he's being smart. He's
Yeah,
trying to.
but
He's,
we haven't talked. We haven't
No,
talked.
not at
So,
all.
yeah.
he's
Yeah, there you
like,
go.
put it in this guy's bank account, and I'll take it out as wages, because that way the federales can't track it.
I
It's Coen Brothers smart. Okay, he
Turn off
calls.
the reading, Ray.
Yeah, exactly. He calls.
Adam. You better be telling me that you are right outside LA.
Well, I had a thought, sir, if you don't mind me saying. We didn't actually agree upon a figure.
I do mind. I do mind.
Well, I do too, because I've tied up Miss Lulu, and if you don't give me $100 million, I'm going to burn her alive. Do you hear that?
Okay, okay.
Drops the phone and picks it up again. Do you see it?
Calm down, kid.
Do you see it?
This isn't a movie.
You're damn right it's not a movie.
I mean, it is Hollywood, but...
This is Tijuana, baby. I shouldn't say that. Anyway, point is, $100 million, and it's better go into this bank account, and he'll put it up against the screen. You see this one? You see this bank account? Deposit $100 million.
You're not going to burn anyone alive. I know you, kid. You're not going to burn anyone alive.
I'm not going to burn him yet. I'm not going to burn him yet.
You wouldn't have that on your conscience, okay? So why don't you just put her in the car, get on the road, and everything can have a nice, happy ending.
I'm gonna burn her.
I'll put you in my next film.
I'll burn her alive if you don't.
I don't believe you're gonna do that. I don't believe that, and I'm not gonna give you $100 million.
You want to test me? You want to see how crazy I can get? You ever seen a trodden down old man? You seen a trodden down man who can't pay his rent? You gotta see this.
I really don't think you got it in you. I'm sorry, kid. Just calm down, take a breath, put her in the car, ignore the helicopter if you hear one.
Helicopter?
Yeah, just ignore it. Like I said, it's probably nothing, and put her in the car, and we'll see you real soon. Yeah. Yeah.
He hangs up. Okay. We don't know what's going to happen, how that scene is going to resolve.
Sure don't.
But that's a black die for me. There is one black die left. As a quick note.
Do we have another scene? Was that 4 scenes?
That is 4 scenes, so we have 4 more.
Oh, okay, so yeah, of course. 8 scenes, yeah. Go around again.
Yep. Last time round.
So whose turn is it?
It is yours, Sean. You can set a scene,
Alright.
or you can have someone construct one for you.
I think that in lieu of running out of town, what Boris feels he should do is, knowing how desperate he is, he feels that the only way to get out of this is to make another man desperate. So he sneaks out at midnight, the very next night, onto the set of Reggie's latest movie.
Citizen Kane 2.
Yep.
The
With
Kane
the
in it.
intention of setting it ablaze. He wants to set something on fire that is precious. Not realizing that Reggie himself has been burning the midnight oil on set. And he wants to convince because he gets found out when he's about to burn. Or can I say that he has already burnt it? It is mid-burn.
Yes, you can.
Great.
Yep.
I think that's what Reggie comes out to. Reggie comes out to the smell of smoke, seeing his entire set ablaze, and the goal of Boris is to convince Reggie to be on his side. To be on his side as 2 desperate men to fight against the other 2.
Okay, so it's like
you're in nothing.
Yeah. You're in my boat now, baby.
Yeah, you're in my boat, you may as well team up with me.
Yeah.
He's trying to get Reggie on side.
Okay.
What on earth?
That's fine. That's fine.
Are you okay with that, Phil?
Yeah, I'd be interested to see how I rationalize this if you succeed.
Me too, buddy. Me too. So I feel, Reggie, you're in your office, the kind of the constructed office that is on set.
No,
there.
you gotta rewrite. I'm telling you, you have to rewrite a character. You have to rewrite it.
And you eventually start to, you both smell and then look outside and see that it's a little bit difficult to see outside through the fog and the smoke that is beginning to coalesce and cover your window.
What in the MCU is going on out there?
Oh,
Why, Set!
Reggie!
Boris, you sniveling worm! What the hell are you doing?
Oh, hello. Oh, I didn't expect you here. How funny. This is funny. This is a bit unexpected. Wouldn't you say? Wouldn't you
I
say,
said you were going
Reggie?
to jail or going in the ground. I'll tell you there's only one place you're going now. Boris,
Oh.
you idiot. I'm gonna kill you.
See,
I'm gonna kill you.
Counterpoint. Counterpoint. Sorry, I'm going to have to scream louder because the flame. Watch out, by the way, there's a flame licking at your pant leg there. You wouldn't want to get set ablaze as well. Just step forward a bit. Oh, yep, that's good. So, sorry. Counterpoint. What I believe is that you should come with me because, like me, you are now like me. We are the same. You have nothing now, so it makes sense that
Fire extinguisher.
no, don't bother with that. Don't bother with that. It's already burnt anyway. You've lost
Blang.
everything.
He hits him with the end of the thing.
I was imagining that. Yeah.
And I think you see now a second black eye begin to form. He had one, and now he has two.
We pan out again as Boris's fallen body.
And you see the flames continue to blaze along with your precious set of Citizen Kane 2.
And that's the scene.
Yeah.
And see.
They can go
I didn't
fast.
know whether I was allowed to kill him because that was my other.
It's a little
yet.
advanced. You can do it, and then the rest of the
Okay.
scenes going forward are either flashbacks or
Right.
tweaks. But the resolve, then you have to be very kind of across it to know
Okay.
how that happens. It could
So
work.
That
but
was the last.
last scene. That was the last black dice for.
Does that mean all the
game.
other scenes have to succeed?
No, the last scene doesn't, but your scene does.
Has to
So
succeed.
you in the game are in a very cool position where you get to pick your own scene, tell everyone the objective, and it automatically succeeds.
Nice.
Effectively, the game accounts for kind of like narrative balance by being like, yeah, now you get to pick your own scene and it will succeed. So whichever you feel as a collaborative storyteller, feel like you want to make a scene where you have an objective and it succeeds for your character, make it happen.
Okay. So we left this part with me like not agreeing to give you the money and basically trying to hunt you down.
Yep.
Okay. So I feel like it's seen as like a confrontation with you two in cahoots and Reggie. Reggie's found you. He's found where you're hiding out.
Mm-hmm.
He's pulled some strings, and where might you guys be now? Are you still in a motel in Tijuana? You still haven't left.
I think so.
So the motel in Tijuana.
So just to get a sense of timeline, the phone call happened between Adam and Reggie. Then the following night, Boris tried to burn down your set, and then the following day, after you may or may not have salvaged your set, saved the set, you have driven down to Tijuana and discovered Adam and Lulu.
In flagrante.
Mm-hmm.
What I'm going to say is, basically, Lulu, I'm here to get you out. You're going to come with me, and you're gonna throw Adam under the bus, and you just come back with me. We'll save the movie. I don't even know that you're in cahoots, right? So I'm just getting you to ditch Adam and come with me.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I do walk in with you in flagrante. I get the door kicked in by my thug. So the two of you are there. having finished the act. Again, another scene with you having finished the act, and then
Oh,
bang, the
we've
door
had a
flies
we've had a
open.
Stockholm syndrome sexy scene.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay,
While you're down there, you know, waiting for things
might
to
as well.
resolve. Might as well, right?
Yeah.
he's Adam's not smart, but he's good for some things.
It's gonna be.
And that's
some
it.
reason having
Lulu's
him
like, well, he's actually not that bad. So we'll take another spin.
Might as well.
The door flies open.
around. I'm missing my spin class for this.
God damn it! I knew it. I knew this was a plot. The two of you were in cahoots.
Reggie, I'm so glad that you're here. Get me away from this madman.
Well, okay, yes, yes, that's right. He's a madman, and you're gonna come back and finish my movie.
Yes.
Now,
Oh my
the
god.
set is slightly singed, but we can save this.
Singed.
Don't. It's just. I've had some. It's been a complicated day. Okay, it's been very complicated, but Lulu, you're my star, and look, I've come all the way to Mexico to save you and make sure that you get your moment in the spotlight. Okay, so that rather pathetic young man in the bed with you there, who too terrified to speak. will just-
Hey!
He'll take the blame for everything. You and me, we're gonna make a movie. You're gonna be a star.
Oh, Reggie. I've been waiting for this. You can't believe how awful it's been. Just take me back to the set.
I can imagine. He's insufferable. Come on. The car is waiting. And you'll get what's coming to you.
Does he get a punch from the
The
goon? He's like,
Everyone
hey!
gets punched.
I think Lulu might even kick
Yeah,
him as she's
yeah.
going out.
Yeah, no, yeah. That's really good, actually. Can Lulu be
Yeah.
the one to kick him down?
Yeah, like he goes to like sit up in the bed and like her leg just like
And he's out. He's out cold.
Right.
Phil, you get a white dice?
Yeah, I got 2 and 3.
You got 3 white dice. Is what I got, and you have 1 black dice by my read.
Oh yeah, so I get 4. I got 4 white dice.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Seated
That's
on
right.
my last scene.
That's right. Yeah, you're at 4 white dice and 1 black dice. Ellen,
I don't know what that means. But I like it.
Ellen, you can either pick your scene, or you can have us make it for you. And it's a wild last thing, so even though it's a white dice, it might end positively or negatively.
right, yeah.
So there's a climax after this. Is that?
That's right, or as resolution. So we've gone
Okay.
through the climax. We do need something on fire, which has happened, and we do need greed leads to killing, which
Right.
doesn't. That can happen in the finale, and I think I have a
Right.
way to do it.
Okay.
Yeah, I also have an idea for that. Ooh. Maybe it's just easier to have a scene with Lulu and Reggie
Mhm.
talking about the spin of the events.
Oh, how they're going to sell it?
How they're gonna sell
Yeah.
it.
Okay.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
cash in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And how are they planning on doing that?
Yeah.
Or what's Lulu's goal?
Yeah.
for that,
What's your
then?
goal?
I think her goal is to get him to make this as his next film.
With,
Cool. As her
Hunted
with,
Santa.
with her as the star.
Yeah.
Okay, there it is. So
Yeah.
Lulu's job is to try and convince Reggie to make her the star in the
Star.
next film, in the life experience that she's just had where she was kidnapped.
Yeah.
Okay,
Then the story of her life.
and we get to
So-
decide whether that goes right or wrong.
Great.
and where are we?
Just on the
How
drive
much
back.
later is this?
Ellen, is this
Yeah, I would assume on the drive back.
cool?
Yeah.
Okay. Give it away.
So we're in the back of the car because obviously I have a driver.
Reggie, this has been one of the most horrible experiences to ever happen to me. But I think,
First time in Tijuana, I guess.
well, no, but it's my first time being kidnapped.
Oh, this is
And-
Hollywood. You'll get used to it.
Nevertheless, I think, things don't happen without a reason. And call it fate, call it what have you. You and I are meant to be together in this.
Oh God, no. I love my wife.
Not talking about an affair.
Oh,
I'm talking about we have a unique, a story of heroism and survival. And
okay.
I
yeah.
lived through it. And you can help me enact it on the big screen. Think about it. The star of your film gets kidnapped and then has to fight for her life, is brought back to your set, and then you use that as inspiration for your next film.
Okay, let me level with you. Okay, you suck. You are being rescued because you fit into my movie, and it's hard to write it around you if you got killed, and it looks bad on me and on Maxwell Production. So you're here for the movie, and then we wash our hands of this and each other, and you never speak to me again because this has been the week from hell. Okay.
And I think she just looks out the window, fuming
at the Mexican landscape through tinted windows as they sit awkwardly. Come on, brother! Overly long shot. Music fades in as it's like the two of them looking outwards. Him doing business work and her sad. Okay,
Love shattering everyone's dreams.
Ellen,
Illusion.
Ellen,
It's
you
so
get
good.
you get a white dice, and we're gonna do.
thank you.
So that's the game. We're gonna do the aftermath, and this is the big part. This is where we tell the final moments, the closing kind of epilogue of the film.
Yeah.
We collaboratively kind of tell this. Usually there's a way where you tell scenes using the dice as they go, but we won't do that for now because we don't have the physical props, and it might make it a little bit unsteady. We're also running a bit low on time. So can everyone please roll your black and your white dice and subtract the higher number from the lower number? If you get a higher...
Have you been keeping track
I have.
of,
So Sean, you have 4 black dice.
That's what I thought.
I have 2 black and 1 white dice, which is going to go so badly for me. Ellen, you have 1 black dice and 3 white dice.
Yep.
And Phil, you have 1 black dice and 4 white dice. So if you get a higher black number, that's the figure that you go forward with. If you get a higher a white number, that's the number you go forward with. And if you get 0, oh dear. So
I got 10 white.
10 white for Phil.
Sorry, I'm a bit confused about how to do that with my... Do I add up any, or...
So you add your white dice all together, and you add your black dice
Right.
rolls all together, and then you subtract the higher number from the lower number.
Got it. Okay, yeah.
The lower number from the higher.
Oh, sure. Yeah. Whichever way. I think.
I have
Well, this-
10 white.
10 white. Okay.
Wow.
You rolled a really low black, did you?
I really did.
The
The
Sean,
lowest.
what did you roll?
The same result as me
I
with 4
have
white.
15 black.
15 black.
Holy
Okay.
I don't know what that means.
shit.
Okay.
I don't know what that
I'm
means
going to
either.
roll mine.
I failed a lot of scenes, so I better keep
It was
going.
great. Boris is super pathetic. I love it.
Yeah. Played by William H. Macy.
Everyone rolled really
Is the-
high, which is good for them.
Jerry.
And if I roll... Oh, dear. Okay. So, we'll go through, because this is going to deviate a little from how I thought it would, of Ellen's high number especially. We'll do the high numbers first. Sure, we'll do the lowest numbers. We'll do this just as is. Ellen, you got 10 white, yes? And so did you, Phil, not too shabby is what you rolled with 10 wines. You've made it out with your dignity intact through some fluke. There might have even been a little profit or self-respect or something. Time to throw a little party for all your friends.
Okay,
Pretty good.
So maybe we reconcile the two of us? Like, maybe that was a bit harsh? Or
Yeah,
maybe
yeah.
I can foster you off onto some other producer.
I think
Maybe the
potentially.
original film went really well, like the one with the singed set. Like it did well.
It was a
Yeah.
weird artistic choice.
And
We actually...
oh, sorry.
Yeah, you go. No, you
I
go.
was going to say Lulu then has the method acting. She had the experience, so she actually comes out really well in the film.
Yeah, it's not the bad acting isn't actually the case. She's actually not bad now. She's not great by any means, but she's average.
It's okay because she's only a side character. So our
Yeah.
movie makes money, and we're sitting pretty. All the chaos happened around us, and we're just like
We continue to profit.
cigars at the after party, the launch party.
Sean, I'll tell you yours. You rolled 15 black, which is insane. You rolled awesome. Insanely
Awesome.
great. You will emerge not only unscathed, but if there's a girl involved, she's dropping her drawers. You might even get rich off this caper. Who knows? Time for a new ride. So somehow your story resolves in the most positive way possible, through dark and twisted ways, but somehow you do better than anyone else.
I mean, I do have one way that could occur that enables him to escape his federal indictment as well, which is he has very clear evidence. Like the only surefire evidence was that Adam was the one that took the car. So he reports his car stolen by Adam.
Mm-hmm.
And so he puts the federal indictment on Adam, says that his car was taken, he lost everything, and all this is a big conspiracy against him. Maybe they settle for a lot of money. Maybe he also, he can tie it off that he puts it to Lulu and the production company that I can indict you as well, it's on you, and settles behind closed doors.
I think that's great.
Yes.
I think that's great because I rolled 0. I rolled 3 white and 3 black, which is called the worst thing in the universe. This probably doesn't include death, since death would be way better than whatever this is. Be creative and don't settle for the first worst thing that comes to mind. There's something darker, more awful, more wretched in there somewhere.
God.
So I have a fairly... I might finish the... If everyone goes
go for
each
it. If you've
by...
got something.
Well, if everyone goes by, I'll wrap it all up, because Sean's on the money. I'll wrap my scene as the worst scene that happens, and we can finish with that.
Okay.
Oh, I also think that as per his original goal, maybe he muscles himself into Maxwell's next film.
I think that's right. I think I mean, you rolled awesome, so I think you use your leverage maybe as a to leverage over Maxwell Studios. But we'll go one by one. Let's just describe our scenes as they happen. Usually you would go dice by dice, but we'll just go for full kind of little scenes at the end. Ellen, would you like to start us off? Would you like Phil to start us off?
Yeah, Phil, you kick it off.
Phil, give us a final scene of what Maxwell's story looks like. If this was a kind of montagey closing voiceover moment of the film, how would it look like?
Maxwell's film was averagely received. They put it up for Oscar. It didn't even get nominated. But it made some money back. In fact, a little bit from Maxwell's pocket. As far as he's concerned, that's all that counts. Sure, he had to let Boris into the country club, and Boris is gonna be some bit part he has to edit heavily in the next movie. But at the end of the day, if he finished it a little bit richer, then he's happy.
Ellen.
The story of Lulu L'Orange. She managed to do the thing that she set out to do, to be on the big screen and have a speaking role, and have the reviews come in quite favorably towards her own performance. She even managed to snag a spot on a serial drama that is going to be releasing on HBO soon. She mainly got it because of the the fantastic nude scene that she insisted Maxwell put in the film. And
She's like one of the few stars pushing for the nude. I want more nudes.
She's pushing for it. It was very artistic, very tasteful. And she's carved out stomped, whatever she needs to do, she will make her way through life. In killer heels.
Sean.
Boris confronted with a surprisingly bright idea. Confronted Reggie, letting him know of the ultimatum that sure, Boris is not in a good spot at the moment. What with the arson and the attempted kidnapping. However, it does also put Maxwell Productions under the microscope as well. And it does put their stars under the microscope. And instead of, if he was to look the other way, and with a few concessions, such as a payout and a spot in his next film, he has a plan where they could take all these problems and lump them onto a loose end, as is with Adam. And with this put behind closed doors, and with a massive amount of money safely within his bank account, not only does Reggie find the strength within him to quit that job at the bank and to pursue his potentially burgeoning career in the arts. So he thinks what's more important is that at the country club that he's now finally a part of through the backing of Reggie Maxwell, he finds potentially love. Could it be marriage number 4? We'll see.
This one will go much better.
The final shot is a young Adam waking up in Tijuana with a hotel on fire. Half his face, it was gasoline that he used, foolishly, and it's caught on his face, and his face is half scarred and pockmarked, burnt to a crisp. A once beautiful young man from North Carolina is scarred irredeemably forever. His model good looks are forever tainted. The court costs alone emptied Adam's pockets, and it put a huge financial burden not just on him, but on his family, who quickly disowned him after hearing about his hostage-taking and violent crimes. Not only this, but a daughter of a very well-known Hollywood banker alleged certain things against Adam, which Adam, notorious hostage maker and disfigured beyond belief, was in no way able to push against. He's currently serving 25 to life, disfigured and broke, with no chance of redemption. He looks out the small slit from his barred prison cell and says simply, all I wanted was Rays. And that's how we end it.
You know what I love about that? Is that we technically did do the second thing. Greed led to the killing of a career.
Yeah.
A man's livelihood.
I couldn't kill Adam. He needed to suffer. He needs to continue forever to suffer.
Yeah,
when will we ever think of men's livelihoods?
Right.
I thought if any killing was going to happen, it was going to be Lulu was going to kill Adam.
I thought that too, yeah.
Yeah, that's why I asked for him to be hit in the head. Because I was like, okay, if I roll appropriately, I can have him just be... the kick in the head killed him. by accident.
Yeah.
She just didn't know what I
There
was
you
doing.
go. Whoever wants to make that film, go for it. Go for your life.
Ladies and
I
gentlemen,
had fun
and
playing an arsehole.
non-binary friends, that has been Fiasco. For those who have played it for the first time, Phil, I hope you enjoyed it. Hope you had a good time.
Good fun.
For those who have played it for a second or third time, thanks for joining me. It's one of my favorite games of all time because it's effectively a movie-making machine. You just plug a bunch of numbers in and suddenly you got a plot with pretty reasonable characters in general. It's a Coen Brothers filmmaker. Thanks everyone for joining us on the stream.
And in the VOD, if you're watching this
And in the
back
VOD,
later,
if you're watching this back later, thank you very much. Usually we would chat a little bit more about the podcast and behind-the-scenes stuff, but we are pretty low on time.
Yeah.
So that's sort of the point here. If you like what we do, please subscribe to the channel. Ellen has something very exciting coming out on the YouTube channel.
I do indeed.
So make sure you're
Hey.
following on Twitter and on this YouTube channel. Make sure you subscribe to Roll to Cast. Thanks to everyone who joined us in chat and kept us chatting away. Is there anything else that we want to say?
Yeah, and for those of you that are new to us and who we are Roll to Cast, that is ROLE. We are a podcast that is on all good podcatchers where we go through a different tabletop game each season with original music, original stories, and one of us takes the reign of the game master each story. And we are currently, so we have done Cyberpunk 2020, Vampire, Kids on Bikes, Pulp Cthulhu, Cyberpunk Red, and we are currently in our season of The Witcher. The story is entitled The Blood-Soaked Rose, and it is GM'd by our very own Phil. So that is currently on tap at the moment for those who'd like to check us out more.
And if you want to support these streams or anything that we do with the podcast, we have a Patreon that you can become a member of. You can get on the private area of a Discord. You can get episodes of the day early, and you get to, if you want the Bonza tier, you get to help choose what the game will be by voting. And next month is going to be hosted by me, so those patrons are going to see very soon what their choices are, and they have a few weeks to vote. And there's space available on our top tier where you can actually join in the games with us as well. So if you're really keen to join us in our monthly Rotorcast live stream, then you can head on there. But yeah, every little helps on there. Really helps facilitate us making all this great tabletop content. We love to do it. So.
Cool.
Excellent. I think that's a wrap.
That's a wrap. Well, catch you all later. Have a great Sunday or Saturday. And enjoy the VOD if you're watching this back.
Hey,
Bye.
Bye.
freeze frame.